including the postseason, and has won the last 8 meetings and 9 of the last 10. This does not count 4 games where it was Campbell County versus Sheridan's JV. As far as games at Campbell County go, the series is tied at 18. Sheridan has won in each of their previous 4 visits to Campbell County. Sheridan's longest winning streak versus Campbell County is 12 from 1927 to 1945. No games played from 1938 to 1944. But if you factor in a tie in 1926, it's a 17-game non-losing streak. While Campbell County's longest winning streak versus Sheridan is 12 from 1998 to 2007. Sheridan has shut out Campbell County 19 times, the last in 2020, while Campbell County has shut out Sheridan 4 times, the last in 2005. Sheridan's largest margin of victory versus Campbell County is 87 in 1922, 87 zip, first meeting between the two teams, while Campbell County's largest margin of victory versus Sheridan is 48 in 2002, 48 zip. The most points that Sheridan has scored in a game versus Campbell County is 87 in 1922, first meeting, while the most points that Campbell County has scored in a game versus Sheridan is 48 in 2002, 48 zip. The two teams have gone to overtime versus each other once in 2010, with Campbell County winning 27-24. That first meeting between the two teams in 1922, which Sheridan won 87 zip, still remains tied for the worst loss in Campbell County history in terms of most points allowed in a game versus any opponent and largest margin of defeat versus any opponent. For Bighorn at Tongue River, this game kicks off Friday at 6 p.m. Tongue River won the first meeting between the two teams in 1956 and went 17-0 with one tie before Bighorn finally won their first game in 1970. TR leads the series 34-28 with one tie, but BH has won the last 3 and 13 of the last 14. As far as games at Tongue River go, TR leads the series 15-10. This does not include games in 1984, 86, 87, 96, 99, and 2008 when the game was played at Sheridan. Bighorn's longest winning streak versus Tongue River is 10 from 2007 to 2020. No games played in 2011 and from 2014 to 2016. While TR's longest winning streak versus BH is 10 from 1962 to 1969. However, if you add in a tie in 1961, it's an 18-game non-losing streak from 1956 to 1969. No game played in 1958. Which is also the first 18 times the teams played each other. Bighorn has shut out Tongue River 8 times, the last in 2022, while TR has shut out BH 10 times, the last in 1999. Bighorn's largest margin of victory versus Tongue River is 55 in 2003, 61-6, while TR's largest margin of victory versus BH is 60 in 1960, 60-0. The most points that Bighorn has scored in a game versus Tongue River is 61 in 2003, 61-6, while the most points that TR has scored in a game versus BH is 60 in 1960, 60-0. The two teams have never had a game versus each other go to overtime. With your Sheridan County High School Football History Report, I'm Kevin Coyle for Sheridan Media Sports.
Building or remodeling your home or commercial space can be overwhelming. With so many decisions to make, choosing the right contractor matters. At North Country Construction, we believe you deserve a team you can trust. From initial planning and site work to concrete and final touches, we handle the entire process with a decade of quality in the Sheridan area that speaks for itself. When only the best will do, call North Country Construction, 307-461-2896.
One Health in Sheridan provides medical care, mental health, and other support services for the whole family. Our whole person approach serves children, adults, and seniors, and we accept patients with private insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, and no insurance. From childhood immunizations and wellness checks to substance use treatment, visit One Health for same-day availability and an income-based sliding fee. Visit onechc.org/Sheridan for more information.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Thanks to Kevin Coyle for giving us the history report on tonight's county matchups. The Broncs and Camels have now warmed up on the field. Let's take a look at all the games going on around the state in 4A and in Sheridan County. Games in Class 4A tonight, obviously, number 1 Sheridan at Campbell County. Rock Springs will play at number 3 Cheyenne East. Number 4 Cheyenne Central will play at Kelly Walsh. And number 5 Natrona County, they will host Cheyenne South tonight. And Laramie will play at Thunder Basin. In Class 3A, Buffalo will play at Douglas. And the Sheridan County Game of the Week will have the Class 2A county rivalry as number 1 Bighorn will travel to play at Tongue River tonight. That's a 6 o'clock kickoff as well. That is a look at all the games going on around 4A as well as Johnson and Sheridan County. When we return here on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show, we will have head coach Jeff Maury. He'll sit down and talk about tonight's matchup and how the Broncs overcome last week's offensive struggles. We will have that interview coming up next on the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
In a place where honesty and hard work define us, there's a bank that's fully invested in Wyoming. The banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan. We understand that business owners are the backbone of our communities. And whether you run a ranch, a restaurant, or a retail store, we're here to support you with a range of account options and personalized services without all the unexpected fees. Because when your business succeeds, our communities thrive. Visit buffalofed.bank for all your business banking needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
They'll tell you nobody sells campers cheaper than them. Let me tell you, they're wrong. We do. Midway RV in Sheridan has new campers at the lowest prices in the country. Units won't last at these prices. Limited floor plans available, trade-ins welcome, financing ready. Midway has a floor plan for you. Hit the mountain road or back road for less. Stop by our newest showroom on Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan. Visit midwaycampers.com. Lowest prices in the country, right at your fingertips.
Hi, this is Liz Kincaid, host of the video podcast called Sheridan County Ag Update. Join me each week as I visit with local folks about ag issues, rodeo, 4-H, FFA, and much more. Sheridan County Ag Update presented by Heartland Kubota and True Built Builders. You can find my video podcast each week and other interviews under the podcast tab on SheridanMedia.com. So join me, Liz Kincaid, host of Sheridan County Ag Update on SheridanMedia.com.
Here's a great idea for lunch at Farmers Co-op. Call it the Build Your Own Sampler Platter. I couldn't make up my mind, so I walked up to the deli window and ordered all 3, gizzards, mushrooms, and some matzo sticks. It was awesome. You can do the same thing with mini tacos and chicken strips or wings. Heck, mix and match anything you want. Lunch can be pretty cool at Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan.
Okay, we're here on Friday night again with Coach Maury, and obviously, Coach, coming off of a win. We always have talked this year about any 4A win's a good win, and you guys made the long trip to Rock Springs last Friday, and wasn't the prettiest of games, but you got the W, and the ball just continues to roll.
Yeah, our guys handled the trip well. I thought we were ready to go, and we came out and got to a 14-0 lead pretty quickly in that game, and then just kind of went stagnant on offense. Our defense continued to play solid football, and really gave up 200 yards and had 2 big plays that, minus those 2 big plays, we gave up 140 yards is all. And so our defense really played well. Special teams did a great job, really pretty solid throughout the game, and made a big play at the end. Our kickoff return, they got an onside kick, and then we were ready to roll. It gave us good field position. And so thought, two of the 3 phases of the game were really solid, and the offense was solid in early and then just struggled late. And so we've got to put all 3 of those phases together and continue to play solid football.
When you got home and you coaches broke down the film, obviously you guys did a lot of, like you just said, you did a lot of good things. Where was the struggle offensively, like after those first couple drives?
I think Rock Springs exposed a few things with us. They went into a 3-man front, and they brought a lot of pressure from a lot of different places that we weren't quite ready for. And our guys did not communicate across the board, offensive line, receivers, running backs about who we were going to. And so sometimes we had two guys going to the same guy, and then we were leaving a guy unblocked. Other times we weren't sure who we were going to, and they would hesitate, and then they would bring it to us. And so we were catching blocks instead of delivering blocks, and we were just on our heels offensively. We were a little bit of unsure on what to do, and and we were not very efficient in the pass game either. And so when you have an aggressive defense and we're not efficient in the pass game and we're hesitating on blocks, and it's not going to be very good. And so we've really got to clean those things up going into this week, because I think Campbell County is going to give us an odd front, just like Rock Springs does, and they could cause us some chaos if we're not ready to roll.
I think that we've talked so much about the offensive line being so good up to that point. They struggled a little bit in that ball game, and like you said, communicating with each other. Got to get that cleaned up, obviously, this week.
Yeah, Coach Reiser, he gives them feedback every week, and he grades the film and goes through every single play. And they've spent a lot of time working on just becoming a better unit this week, because it wasn't their best grades last week. And so he spent a lot of time with them and gave them good feedback, and they'll continue to grow. It's a great group of young men that'll continue to work together and put us in a position. They're going to, the one thing we didn't have to question throughout the Rock Springs game was effort. Guys continued to play hard, and it's easy to coach guys that play hard, and we don't have to coach effort. And so we'll go out and coach the scheme, and we can do a better job as a coaching staff to coach that scheme and have them ready to go.
So as we turn our attention this week, obviously tonight's Campbell County and two 7-0 teams, and ranked number 1 and number 2 in the state. Kind of the marquee matchup that everybody's kind of been looking for, at least since it was Sheridan against East here a few weeks ago. But Campbell County's put themselves in a position to play in this game, number 1 against number 2. Yeah,
it's been really I think exciting to watch Campbell County football get competitive again. When Thunder Basin came around, they really struggled to even have a football team, and then they really struggled for a long time, and they've now developed into a really good football team, and the last couple of years have been their best years. Their quarterback from a year ago is now wearing the brown and gold for the Pokes, and they had a great year last year, and they're continuing that success again this year. A lot of people thought when Drew left that they would struggle, and boy, I think they might be better than they were a year ago. And their younger teams are really good. Their freshman teams are very good again this year, and so that program's rolling again. It's the Campbell County that we all remember from previous to the split. And so they've had two very good teams now over there in Campbell County. And so, it's not like you can go play one good team and the other one's going to be soft. They're going to be both good this year, and you saw that in their tight battle last year. Campbell County's riding high, and they're, in a 1-2 matchup again, which they're very, very excited about. And I think they're hungry as well. We've been very fortunate to play in quite a few number 1 versus number 2 games over the last few years, and they haven't. They played in one, I think a year ago maybe was maybe a 1-2, but this is very few that they've been in, and they're really, really excited, and they want to go get one, that's for sure.
Before we get to the X's and O's, obviously we're 2 weeks away now from the start of the postseason, and that the Broncs are going to be in the postseason. Now it's just seeding, but if you get this one tonight, you're the number 1 seed.
Yeah, and that's huge because you get to play it at home. And anytime you can play at home through the first 2 rounds of playoffs, that's huge. And so, if we don't get this one, there's still potential we could have that happen, but it puts the ball in somebody else's court. And so we like to take control when we have the opportunity to control the things we can control. And so we'd really like to, of course, go get this one and put ourselves in the driver's seat to have a 1 or a 2 seed. And those seeds are very helpful. You watch, throughout the playoffs in 4A, and 1 and 2 are typically in the semifinals, and a lot of times are in the finals. And so it just gives you that advantage, and staying at home and being on turf. You're not on your own turf, and you're not on the bus rides, and you're not worried about logistics and staying in hotels. It's just nice to be able to be at home. And so, yeah, definitely a big one for both of us tonight. If we were to drop this one, there's a potential of a 3-way tie, or even we drop down into that number 3. So it could be a big factor down the road.
Yeah, it makes it almost that much more important tonight to get the W.
Yeah, it does. It adds a little more than just a football game to it. It has implications down the road.
So these guys are young high school kids, and I'm sure that they were not satisfied with their effort from last week. satisfied with the result, but they knew that they probably could have done maybe a little bit better. But being at practice this week and seeing their effort, boy, they responded. And I think we saw that earlier this year, maybe after the Kelly Walsh game. They weren't real satisfied with their effort, but the following week, boy, they put one together.
Yeah, it's really a nice group of young men. It's a fun team to be around. I enjoy coming to practice every night. I enjoy our team meetings, and I enjoy the prep that we put in on the weekends. And that I enjoy that because it's a fun group of young men, and they know how to handle themselves, and they understand that when we give them feedback and we get frustrated, it's because we want to see them grow, and they understand that maybe we didn't make the strides that we were hoping for a week ago, but at the same time they understand that what was last week is last week, and what's today is today, and so the best time to continue to get better is right now, and they've attacked this week, I think, in a great mindset and had great effort, and they've bought into our game plan. They've never once questioned, like, well, maybe it was the game plan, and they just say we put the game plan out there, and they buy into it, and they're communicating and talking and understanding what we expect of them this Friday night, and so I'm very excited to see how they come out.
So with last week's outcome and then rolling into this week, I think that Bronc football is still, obviously, everyone's still chasing you. And with us having to go and play down there, Campbell's going to be real excited to try to hit that bullseye on the back of our backs.
Yeah, that's one of the things when you've been on the run that we've been on is you're going to get everybody's best shot. People talk about playing to the level of your competition. Well, everybody views us as they better play up in that. And we've had a lot of great competition, and you could say that about Rock Springs last week. I think that was the most physical game that they played throughout the year, and they were tough on defense. And I say what happened on for our offense is we made some mistakes, but also Rock Springs played a really solid game. They tackled well, and they were physical. It was our kids left there sore and tired, and they beat up a little bit. And so we're going to get another team's best shot. And that'll happen again at the Campbell County, and this is a very talented team that we're going to get the best shot of, and so it's definitely a challenge in front of us.
Looks like we're going to be a little healthier this week. Maybe get back into the swing of things this week, and that's got to make things a little bit better for the offense.
Yeah, he's definitely not at 100%, and but anytime we can get one of our guys back, it's really, really helpful, and we'll just see how the game goes and progresses, and see how much we're going to play him, because at the end of the day, it's a regular season game. Like you said, we're in the playoffs, and so we've got to plan for tonight, but we've also got to plan for down the road, and we don't want to have anybody that has a lingering injury get it worse, and so we've got to be smart with that. So yeah, we're going to see some people back in Beck for sure, and then hopefully down the road we get some of our other guys back, and for those guys that aren't able to come back, I feel terrible for them, and we're thankful to still have them. You see them on our sideline and a part of what we do, and we're very thankful that they're a part of us and continuing to help us out.
As we turn our attention now to the game plan for tonight, obviously we've talked a little bit about how dangerous Campbell County can be, but you guys have to really respond and set something up for the offense and defense to be successful tonight against them, because they do have athletes all over the field.
They do, and it all for them offensively, it all goes through their trigger man. Their quarterback's a very good athlete. He throws the ball well. He's got a fast release and has a strong arm. He can throw it 50 yards down the field, and so we've got to be aware of the deep ball. Yet at the same time, I think his biggest threat is when he pulls the ball down and scrambles. He's their leading rusher as well as their leading passer, and so he pulls the ball down after he feels pressure, and he makes people look foolish in open space. He can make people miss, and so we've got to do a good job of keeping him in the pocket, and then when we get an opportunity to bring him down, we've got to tackle well. He breaks the pocket a lot of times on teams, and he's a threat running the ball, but he also breaks the pocket, and then the defense comes to support run, and he throws the ball down the field. And so he's a dangerous guy, and he's definitely their go-to guy on key receiver. And so it's really a balanced receiving core that we're going to have to be aware of the whole field. Defensive, them a 3-year starter in their program. They're very confident, and they like him in the run game. And so I think they're going to pack the box. We're a run-first team. I think they're going to try to take away what our strength is, and we've got to be able to match that and be physical at the point of attack, because we've still got to run the ball. We're not going to go out and throw the ball 40 times, and so we've still got to be able to manage the run game and hopefully, be able to suck them up and and take advantage of their aggressiveness on some plays and maybe be able to slip one past them every once in a while. But I believe they're going to pack the box. And, I've been wrong before. Maybe they won't, but I think they're going to come try to stop the run.
And so they did that last year and ended up the Bronx, Ty and crew, they threw for over 300 yards and kind of took the sails out of them right away.
Yeah, we did. Last year they did that same thing, and we were able to be very efficient in our pass game, which really helps. And then when you're efficient in your pass game, that loosens up the box, and we're going to be able to run the ball. We had some great rushers again last year, and so it's going to take that same type of balance again this year. Can we complete some balls over the top or in some gaps that make them hesitate on their heavy package in the box, and then we can get the run game going.
Still going to see the dual quarterbacks tonight, but see both Andy and Blaine.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes and see if one's got a hot hand or the other, and we have some injuries in that position as well, and so we're going to try to figure out what's best for our team, and right now that's where we're at, and we'll just continue to progress that way.
I think that both guys have accepted that.
Yeah,
they've been doing it most of the season now, and so they're ready for it, and it's just part of what you guys have installed, really.
Yeah, they do a great job, and they're great kids. Both of them are great young men, and they get along well, and and they've handled that role well. And sometimes that can be hard, and sometimes that can make the locker room split, and that hasn't happened with us. They're both great young men, and they handle it well, and they understand that why we're playing 2 right now, and they both play a ton of defense also, and so at any point, something may happen, and we've got a guy ready to roll. I feel like we've got 2 guys that are good kids on our team, and they know how to run our offense, and so I really appreciate that.
Well, let's have a good one tonight, and whatever happens, but we'll talk to you after the game.
I appreciate it, Shane. Thanks.
Planning a project that requires block, brick, or stone? You need to contact the folks at Thompson Master Masons. They have the largest selection of brick and stone in town and 39 years of experience behind their work. Chances are, if it can be done, they've done it. Let Thompson's help you choose the best application for your specific project, residential or commercial. Give Thompson Master Masons a call at 672-7971 or stop by their showroom at 135 East 11th Street.
Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing, with offices in Sheridan and Casper, are ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. The Sheridan office of Michael Lansing and Nicole Soto provide competent local legal services focused on businesses, real estate transactions, estate planning, employee protections, trust litigation, and personal injury. Michael and Nicole will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights and are proud to support all local youth activities.
For 140 years, First Northern Bank of Wyoming has proudly served our Wyoming communities. Through many chapters of our customers and community stories, we've been here, a neighbor you can count on. Here, you're more than just a number. We're committed to providing exceptional, personalized service that fits your needs. Because at First Northern Bank, you're more than a customer, you're family. Come see how Wyoming has trusted us as your community bank for 140 years. First Northern Bank of Wyoming, proudly serving Wyoming for 140 years. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 402576.
When the Sheridan Bronx take the field, they bring strength, precision, and pride. At Simply Stone, they bring that same energy into every project, specializing in countertops. Their team fabricates and installs the finest quartz, marble, granite, and porcelain surfaces, turning your home into something truly exceptional. Just like the Bronx, they believe in hard work, dedication, and a rock-solid foundation. Stop by their showroom at 2745 Heartland Drive or visit simplystonewyo.com. Simply Stone, simply the best.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust. And
coming up next, Ryan Parker will join me here at Camel Stadium. We will have the starting lineups and the kickoff coming your way from Gillette. You're listening to Ball on 1410 KWYO at 106.9 FM.
Hi, this is Austin with Mystic Tree Farm. Fall is the perfect time to plant trees. Cottonwoods, aspens, crab apples, and more, all in stock. So come pick your trees and schedule early. Remember, if we plant it, we guarantee it for a full year. Mystic Tree Farm, just north of town at 114 Decker Road.
Is Wyoming Corporate Office your one-stop shop for everything you need for your Wyoming-based business, LLC, or corporation formulation? Yes. Service of process and mail forwarding services? Indeed. Fulfill the legal requirements for small businesses based in Wyoming? Absolutely. Wyoming Corporate Office provides the communication between your business and the state, so you don't have to. Learn more by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com today.
Hi, this is Jill Bates with the Bates team at Best. Kids are back in school, the temperatures are starting to cool, so now is the time to take a deep breath before your next big thing starts. But just because classrooms are opened up, the summer is behind us, doesn't mean that the real estate market has cooled off. The fall season is one of the best times to sell and market your property with things a little calmer and often cozier weather throughout the day. And for buyers, now is the time to jump on that perfect home for you, so you're all set for the winter season ahead. Let us help find the best fit for you. Give us a call at 675-BEST and visit besttoby.net today.
Range is giving thanks to local businesses that make living here the best. This year, we thank the Sheridan County YMCA, the Hub on Smith, Teriyaki Madness, Java Moon, and the Sheridan Seed Company for all they do. Range is donating to organizations chosen by these businesses to help spread joy and thanks this season. Live your West life. That's the motivation for everything we do at Range. Learn more at range.net/givesthanks.
This is Patrick Johnson with Stifel Financial, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Camel Stadium. Shane and Ryan Parker bringing you live Bronc football action here tonight as it's number 1 against number 2 in Class 4A. The Broncs continue their 50-game winning streak dating back to September 24th of 2021, the last time the Broncs had an L in the column. But tonight, the Camels, they're pretty excited about getting to host the number 1 Broncs tonight, aren't they, Ryan?
Yeah, kind of like you talked to Coach Maury about there on the pregame. Obviously, Sheridan has the big old target on their back, and any team that the Sheridan Broncs have to face, we're going to get that team's best effort. So, the Broncs have got to be ready. They've got to not think about what happened last week. Even though they got the W, they know that they didn't play that well, but they got to put that in their hind pocket and look forward to this Camels team.
Well, I think when you break it down and take a look at the film, Rock Springs played their best game of the year. They really came out. They were really physical. They, at the point of attack, they got the job done, and they took it right at the Broncs. And the Broncs were able to, get through that and get the W. But playing without some of your better, players and some of the guys that have been around for a while playing varsity for the Broncs weren't available last week. And the other guys, they stood up and made things happen as well. You may want to think that the Broncs, everyone's like, wow, what was with that score? A team stepped up and played well.
Yeah.
And Rock Springs defense is legit. They are.
Oh, man.
They were the number 2 ranked defense in the state of Wyoming. Now they're number 1 ranked in Class 4A.
Well, and you have to take into consideration, too, the Sheridan Broncs left Sheridan at 6 a.m. last Friday, and kickoff was at 6 p.m. That's a 12-hour day right there before the game starts. Right. So, and bottom line is, they did get Rock Springs' best effort, but at the end of the day, they came out with the W.
So if you take a look at how these two teams break down, Sheridan has the number 3 ranked offense in Class 4A and the number 2 ranked defense in Class 4A. Gillette, they come in right behind them. Gillette's number 4 in offense, number 3 in defense. And total yards-wise, Sheridan averages 314 yards per game on offense. Gillette, 306. So that very, very evenly matched there. Defensively, Sheridan gives up 248 yards a game. Gillette gives up 251 yards a game. So pretty evenly matched. We're just going to have to see how this game goes. If there's any turnovers that make things happen, who gets a lucky break, it's all about to be decided right here on the field.
Yeah, and, kind of looking back, I think Sheridan having that close game this last week, may have been a help for the Broncs. But if you look at the scores from Campbell County, they've had a lot of close games this year where Sheridan has blown a lot of people out or whatever. But, Campbell County, they're used to close games. So if we can get up by, 14 points or so, I feel pretty good about our chances.
We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will have the starting lineups and the kickoff. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
In a world full of pipes, they existed for over 100 years, getting to the source of humanity's plumbing problems. Now, in a toilet somewhere in the city, a terrible evil has been released. One man, one mission, One chance, and this time, it's for real. For showtimes and plumbing, call A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair, 672-9454.
It's the final week to add some comfort to your life with help from Moss Holders. All reclining furniture is on sale now. Whether you like a new sofa with power headrest and power lumbar or a brand new swivel recliner, Moss Holders has options. You can buy your favorite recliner right off the showroom floor or choose to order in a sofa or love seat in the fabric or leather of your choice. Either way, you still save. Choose from a variety of quality manufacturers like FlexSteel, Southern Motion, Best, and more. Moss Holders reclining sale ends this Saturday. Moss Holders, furniture is our passion.
Have you been in to see Sheridan YO sports cards yet? It's the spot to get your hands on incredible sports cards and memorabilia. Sheridan's premier spot for buying cards. All major sports cards including fighting, wrestling, Pokemon, and even racing. These guys have hobby boxes for the serious collectors and packs for those getting started. Graded slabs from PSA, SGC, and if you have a big card to grade, talk to the guys to have your card submitted to PSA. Family friendly and located inside Sheridan Stationery Books and Gifts, 535 North Main, open 7 days a week.
Wherever you are, you'll find a branch of Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. And here's why. If you have a Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union account and a smartphone or other mobile device, visit SheridanCreditUnion.com. Download the free app and your smart device becomes an internet mobile banking device with all kinds of banking features. So, regardless of your location, Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union is in the palm of your hand. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your station for live Sheridan County sports is 1410 KWYO Sheridan.
This is Jamie Gillenwater with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Campbell County High School, Camel Stadium. It's number 1 against number 2, Friday Night Lights. Shane and Ryan Parker bringing you live Bronc football action as we get ready to go tonight. And Ryan, you take a look at the Broncs again won the coin toss tonight, so they always do, they want to receive, and so they will take the ball. They will get the ball first as we get ready to go tonight, and it will be this should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking for a great matchup. There's talented players on both sides of the ball. That quarterback for Campbell County, very, very athletic.
And he likes to throw the ball all over the field. He has 4 or 5 different guys that have all caught 14 or more passes on the season. So he likes to spread the wealth around. The one thing for the Broncs this year that they really haven't got going a lot. Early they did, but the last few games, the return game in the kickoff and punt return has not been as dynamic as years past. See if they can get something special teams going tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be difficult without Breck Reed because he's usually the playmaker on special teams. But you know what? We've got plenty of weapons. Just got to,
set it up
and let it go.
So Gage Rogers and Rudy Green will be back deep for the Broncs. And the kicker for the Camels is going to be, I think that's going to be Gunnar Streitz doing the kicking there. Actually, it's going to be somebody different. Carson Eichide will be doing the kicking. Streitz is the punter. So Connor Eichide has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line, and he's going to kick this thing deep, and it's not going to quite reach the end zone. It'll be Gage Rogers from the 3. He's going to fake the toss to Rudy Green. He's going to come up the near side. He's across the 15 and be run out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. And that's where the Broncs will set up. So not a great return by the Broncs, and they're going to say at the 17. So Campbell County gets down and makes the tackle on defense to start this ball game, and it will be Andrew Adams. He will set up the Broncs offense as we get ready to go tonight. Right away, we do see Beck Haswell out with the offensive set. And he's going to be in an empty backfield. Actually, no, they're going to put William Greer lined up as the blocking back with 4 receivers in the formation. Gage Rogers, the lone receiver to the near side. Now Keegan options back inside. They fake the pass. They get it right to the first pass is completed out to about the 24, 25-yard line. And that's going to be Beck Haswell on the reception.
Good to have him get involved early in the game after missing last week.
So Andy Adams finds Beck Haswell. That's enough for 6 yards, and they'll call it 2nd down and about 4 for the Broncs from the 24-yard line. Andy again goes empty, blocking back, set in the slot. Now they're going to bring Keegan back into the backfield. This time they fake the give there. It's going to be a long pass down the field, and it's going to be caught. Great catch by Rogers out into Camel territory at about the 44-yard line.
Great catch, too, or a great throw by Andy.
Over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder, and he put it where only his guy could get it.
Gage Rogers made a great leaping catch, landed flat on his back. They're going to say he touched the out-of-bounds line at the 46-yard line of Campbell County. So the Broncs set up 1st and 10, have already 2 plays, and they've moved from their own 17 to the Camel 46. 4-yard line, a 2-yard
gain. But the Broncs are coming out doing kind of what they did last year, throwing the ball against the Camels.
Establishing that line of scrimmage early. I think the Broncs want to try to run the ball as much as they can. Like you heard Coach Maury say, they don't want to throw it 40 times.
But by throwing it early and often, it'll open up that run game because the Camels will have to be conscientious of the pass game.
That linebacking crew for Campbell County is legit. This time Andrew Adams looks downfield, nothing there. Now he's going to roll to his near side, fires. It's going to be incomplete to Rudy Green, a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Broncs. 3 passes here in the first series for the Broncs, just 1 running play. Now Haswell's going to check out Liam Weber into the ballgame for the Broncs. Noah Newman will be the receiver to the near side. Also, Gage Rogers, I think he's going to be in the slot. They're going to put 4 wide with Rager in the backfield along with Adams. 3rd down and 8. Adams brings Rudy Green in motion across the formation, drops straight back, has some pressure, has a screen, and it's good. Keegan Rager made the catch, but he fell down right after he made the catch, and the Broncs are going to have to punt. That ends the play.
Yeah, he made that nice catch, but his feet just kind of got tied up a little bit, and he tripped over his own feet.
No gain on the play, makes it 4th down and 8, and the Bronc punting team will come out. Liam Weber will do the punting for the Broncs. He's punted 8 times in the last couple of weeks for a 33.4 yards per punt average.
Let's see if we can pin Gillette deep.
And a little wobbly punt. It's going to take a good bounce inside the 10, and it's going to be down at about the 7 or 8 yard line, and that's where the Camels will take over, but a good punt by Green to pin him deep.
Yeah, you're going to force Gillette to go the length of the field. So
that's what you want.
You flip the field, came out, got a 1st down or 2, and then you had to flip the field. And, yeah, now let's see. We've talked about it all year long. This Broncs defense, they tend to bend sometimes, but they don't break.
They're okay giving up a few, yardage plays here and there, but eventually they want to force teams to go to the length of the field, and that's what's going to happen here. No score on the Range scoreboard, 9:37 left here in the first quarter, and Campbell County, their first offensive possession. Coulter Lang has his running back, James Hahn, lined up behind him. He'll drop straight back, look downfield, has a man, and it's going to be caught. And that's going to be Misteller, and he's going to go the distance. That's going to be a 92-yard touchdown. Campbell County into the end zone, 90. Oh, but there is a flag.
Oh, it's going to come back.
Well, I don't know. Is that going to be offensive or defensive pass interference at that point?
The flag's at the 38-yard line of the Camels.
And I think the Camels they're walking back like it's no good.
Oh, boy.
Pass interference on the offense.
Oh, boy.
Woo!
Oh, boy.
Boy, the Boo Birds are out in the stands here at Campbell County.
I'm not sure about that.
They said he pushed off right at – I mean, I thought Gage Rogers had pretty good coverage, and then all of a sudden he didn't.
Yeah, so maybe that's why.
But the ball was thrown perfectly over the shoulder of Mistella.
Boy. That one hurts for Campbell County, that's for sure.
That'll That's half the distance. So now the ball, it'll be 1st and 14 at the 4-yard line. Wow, I didn't see the flag until after Miss Stellar had already gone to the end zone. That would have been 92 yards.
Yep.
So a break for the Bronx early, and now the Camels will go back to work. 1st and 14, ball at the 4. Lang in his end zone with his running back, James Hahn. This time Lang, again, straight back, and the ball's incomplete. That ball was intended for Cohen Metler. Metler has 14 catches on the year. He turned upfield before he actually made the catch.
Yep, just looked upfield a second too early and dropped the ball.
So a good route was run by Metler that time. Just, again, looked upfield, didn't bring it into his hands. So it'll be 2nd down and 14 now for the Camels. That offensive line for the Camels goes 265, 200, 185, 250, and 265. So pretty good size along the front line for the Camels. 2 straight passing plays, and again, they're going to throw the ball again. This time it's going to be lobbed out. It's going to be caught out at the 10, maybe 11-yard line.
And good tackle there by Andrew Adams.
The catch going to be made by Dane Wasson. That's going to be about a 7-yard pickup. It's going to be 3rd and 7 now for the Camels out at the 11-yard line. They've got to reach just over the 18, just shy of the 19 for a 1st down. So a big 3rd down play here early for the Camels, deep in their own end. An empty backfield with 3 receivers and 2 tight ends. And Lang's going to run, and he's going to be run out of bounds, shy of the 1st down, at about the 18-yard line. And I think it's going to bring up 4th and short for the Camels. Although they're saying they're giving him the 1st down.
Oh, boy.
I thought he ran out of bounds shy of the 18, but they have the ball marked at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, I thought he went out between the 17 and 18. Because he was running right towards us up here in the press box.
So that was a running play all the way. He took the snap and just took off. So give him 8 yards on the play, and it's 1st down for the Camels out at the 19-yard line. This time Hahn will be in the backfield with Lang, and they give it to him. He'll bounce just inside one tackler over the 20 to about the 23 or 24-yard line. So a 5-yard pickup on 1st down for James Hahn. He comes into the ballgame with 78 carries, 484 yards, and 4 touchdowns, averaging 6.2 yards a carry.
Yeah, and he can also catch the ball out of the backfield too. 12 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown this year.
He had a big run last week, an 82 or 83-yard touchdown run for the Camels last week against Thunder Basin. Dane Wasson, the receiver, will split far to the wide side. Coulter Metler will be in the slot. This time it's going to be Lang. Lang, he's going to make one guy miss, but the Bronx don't miss a second time. They drop him for a loss.
Who was that? Brady Hartman.
Back to about the 21 or 22-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 7 again for the Camels.
Way to contain him, keep him in the pocket.
That's what the Bronx were working on this week. They were working on maybe not being so aggressive towards the quarterback, because if he escapes the pocket, he's really dangerous. So they were just wanting to kind of create a wall where he didn't have an escape route.
Yeah. And then your linebackers can just fill.
So 4 receivers in the formation, including the big tight end, Jack Andela. He'll be to the near side. Lang has Hahn in the backfield. Low snap. Lang right down the middle. It's going to be caught out at the 25-yard line by Andela, but that's going to be well short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down and 5 for the Camels at the 25-yard line.
Looks like they're going to line up to go for it.
Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 5. Make sure the Bronx don't jump here.
Yeah, they may just look to get him to jump.
And now they're going to step back and pooch punt this thing. Rudy Green's just going to let it go.
No one's back.
And the Bronx will take over at the 33-yard line of Campbell County, or of their own 33-yard line. So just a little pooch punt by the quarterback, Lang. And the Bronx will have their second offensive series coming up with 6:01 left here in the first quarter. So the offense will come back out on the field.
Let's see if we maybe try to establish the run game a little bit here on this series. Maybe get some jet sweeps or something going.
I see Torrey Phillips, the sophomore kind of do-it-all guy, come into the ballgame. He'll be split out here to the wide side on the near side of the field. Both Crow and Rager in the backfield with Andrew Adams here on first down. Adams, the give to Rager. Rager dances across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. See where they spot the ball. But a pretty decent pickup on first down.
Yeah, 4 yards maybe 5. I think 4.
They're going to give him 4 out to about the 37-yard line. So 2nd down and 6 for the Bronx. Good hard running by Keegan, who comes in averaging 5.5 yards per carry. Just under 60 yards a game on the ground for Keegan. So this time it's going to be a wildcat formation and the Bronx false start. I think that's Greer going to get the false start that time.
I think a couple of them moved.
So the Bronx offense set back 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 11 now for the Bronx. And that hurts. On first down, it's okay, but on 2nd down, it's just.
Now it puts you behind the sticks.
Yep. So
Doggone
2nd down and 11. Phillips back into the ballgame at receiver for the Bronx to the near side. 3 receivers to the far side. Adams has Crow in the backfield. And the give is to Crow, and he's going to be stacked up behind the line of scrimmage. He might have got back to the original line. But maybe, I guess they're going to give him a yard gain back to the original line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line.
Well, we talked about it earlier. Gillette is going to pack the box, and that's what they did on that play for sure. There was nowhere for Crow to go.
So the offense a little bit stagnant here early. Keegan Rager will be in the backfield with Adams. 4 receivers again in the formation, 3 to that far side. See if the Bronx can do something here on 3rd and long. 3rd down and 10, they bring Green in motion. That's a blitz. Adams able to escape, looking downfield, and is going to be tripped up. That's going to be a big loss for the Bronx as he gets sacked inside the 25-yard line at about the 24. So the Bronx punting team is going to have to come back out. And Liam Weber will have to see if he's got to get a booming kick to try to flip the field position here. So 4th and about 20 for the Bronx. We'll call it 4th and 18 as the Bronx offense went backwards on their 2nd series. Weber, snap is good. Weber gets a kick away. It's high. It's going to be fair caught at the 40-yard line of Campbell County. Maybe the 41 is where they'll spot the ball down. And so Gillette with good field position to start their 2nd series of the ball game.
Yep, Bronx stagnant offense continues from last week, but we'll see if they can get this figured out.
So 4:14 left here in the first quarter. No score on the range scoreboard as both teams feel each other out here. The Bronx have had it twice. Gillette comes to the line for their 2nd series. Lang has Hahn in the backfield. 4 receivers. Mettler goes in motion to the far side. Lang, he'll drop straight back, looks downfield. Now he's going to roll, finds Andella, and Andella's going to be cut under. Boy, great
2
job.
yards, I think they're going to give him.
They might give him a couple, but a great tackle there by Noah Newman. He was the first guy there. And so a 2-yard pickup to the 43 of Campbell County. 2nd down and 8. Boy, he's a big boy.
Yeah,
big,
I was just going to say, he's a big target.
6'8", 240 pounds.
Oh, boy. I hadn't seen that on the roster, that he was that tall.
plays basketball for Campbell County as well. Good Sheridan contingency on the far side. The freshmen stayed after their big win today over Campbell County. They played here on the field at 2 o'clock today. Picked up a 20-foot Gillette freshman. Now Lang all alone in the backfield. 5 receivers in the formation. Mettler will go in motion. He'll set up in the slot on the far side. That should be a false start. Lang right up the middle. He's going to be swallowed up. That D line did a nice job, as I think it was Sam Huffman, the first guy to him. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 after a couple-yard pickup there by the running back, Lang.
Boy, and this official on this near side missed a false start on that slot receiver.
Gillette definitely false started on that play with no call. So 3rd down, and it's a long 5. They've got to reach the Bronc 49-yard line. But sometimes it feels like Lang has open receivers, but he likes to pull that ball and try to run it. So, again, 4 receivers in the formation. Bronx showing blitz. And are they going to get a false start? They are going to get a false start. The receiver on the far side went early that time. So that'll back up Campbell County.
Brings up 3rd and long now.
3rd and 10 now for the Camels. Both teams picking up penalties to set them back at the sticks or behind the sticks.
At crucial points of the series, too.
So Lang comes to the sideline, gets his instructions from head coach Ora Garst. Garst in his 3rd season as head coach here of the Camels. Comes in with a 22-6 record as their head coach. Again, 2 by 2 each side. Hahn in the backfield. He'll try to pick up the blitz. Lang looks downfield, has Andela right in the middle of the field, and that's what 6'8" gets you.
Yep.
He put that ball up where only his man could get it, and he comes down with it at the Bronc 41-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
Yeah, Braxton Crow's like 5'9", 5'10". I mean, he can't go up and get that high ball against 6'8".
So the only person in the stadium that could have caught that ball was standing there. He went up and got it, and it's a first down for Campbell County.
Good play call by the Camels.
Again, 4 receivers in the formation. Lang, he'll inside handoff to Hahn this time. Hahn breaks a tackle and is going to be pick up 8 or 9 yards on the first down run. First Bronc missed him. And Hahn was able to pick up, it looks like about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for Campbell County at the Bronc 32-yard line. So Campbell County taking a lot of time as we're under 1:15 to go here in the first quarter. No score on that range scoreboard. Each team has had it twice. Campbell County on their second possession has moved the ball down inside Bronc territory. 2nd down and 2. Again, 4 receivers in the formation. Hahn now shifts into the backfield. Lang going to go towards they've got the big receiver down the far sideline, or the near sideline, out of bounds, just overthrown as they were looking for Ethan Mesteller.
Great coverage over there. Was that Noah Newman?
I think Newman had the coverage, and again, he's given up 6 inches or more to Mesteller, because if you look at the roster for the Camels, Mesteller is 6'7", so they go 6'7" and 6'8" on the outside for these.
Pretty good advantage to have.
And that's one of the reasons they share the ball a lot to the receivers. Now they're going to have a bunch formation on the left side of the line. Lang, 3rd down and 2. A reverse, and Mesteller's going to be all alone going down the far sideline. He'll have enough for the first down.
Boy,
and the ball fumbled out of bounds.
Sheridan bit on that fake hard.
But enough. That's going to be a first down at the Bronc 20-yard line. So 33.5 seconds left here in the first quarter. And Mesteller will come off the field after the first down reverse run. Boy, the Bronc defense bit hard. There was no one on that other side. Wasson will be the receiver on the far side. The tight end, Andela, with 2 receivers to the near side. Lang looking, finds Wasson outside. He slips a tackle at the 10. Inside the 10, that's going to be another Campbell County first down at about the 9-yard line. Maybe even the 8. So Campbell County with a good-looking drive here on their second possession. And that might be the last play of the first quarter, and it will be. After one complete quarter, it's the Broncs and Camels tied at 0. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Don't put your running shoes away yet. The Sheridan Rec District's annual Halloween 5K and 1 mile kids run is Saturday, October 25th at the Rec District office at Thornrider Park. Check in at 8:30 a.m. Race starts at 9. Wear your costume for a chance to win Best Costume for Kids and Adults. Other prizes raffled too. Sign up now at SheridanRecreation.com for just $15. Race day signups are $25. Questions? Call 674-6421. See you October 25th for the Halloween Fun Run at Thornrider Park.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Camel Stadium here at Campbell County High School. Shane and Ryan Parker bringing you live Bronc football action. No score on the range scoreboard after one quarter here of the number 1 and number 2 ranked 4A teams, as both teams have had it twice. Campbell County is currently on their second possession. They do have the ball first and goal at the Bronc 8-yard line as we go to quarter number 2. Again, the Broncs need to tackle a little better on defense.
Yep. Coach Maury talked about last week we didn't tackle very well at Rock Springs, and we've seen some missed tackles already in the first quarter, but so far they haven't broken yet. And I'm just kind of impressed with the play calling of Campbell County.
Well, they're pulling
they're using their big guys, they're using their tall guys, and there's nothing Sheridan can do about it at this point. I think you got to get some pressure on that quarterback.
So now Andela's going to be line up that 6'8", 240. He's going to be the fullback. Hahn, the tailback with Lang. Now he's going to bring Mettler in motion. They do flip it. It's a straight ahead to Hahn, and a great gang tackling there by the Broncs. Just as we said, they need to tackle better.
Who was that?
It was Keegan Rager and Blaine Phillips who just came up for a 2-yard loss on Hahn. Makes it second and goal from the 10. Way to fill by Keegan Rager. Then Blaine Phillips came in and made sure he didn't go anywhere else.
Right.
So Lang brings his troops back to the huddle. Andela this time will line up on the left slot. Wasson will be the outside receiver here to the near side. Mettler and Misteller to the outside. Hahn in the backfield with Lang. They give it to Hahn. He's going to be grabbed right at the 10. The ball comes loose, and I think the Broncs got on it. The ball came loose. But no, I guess it was his helmet. It looked like the ball came loose.
Well, he wears that Guardian cap.
Yep.
And so, a little deceiving. But either way, great tackling right there by the Broncs.
So the Broncs, again, no gain on the play. It's going to be third and goal from the 10. This time the running back is going to be Zyden Ross. He'll be lined up in the backfield right next to Lang. Drops straight back, has Wasson at the 5 and driven out of bounds. It's going to be fourth and goal at about the 4 or 5 yard line. Just a quick out to Wasson.
And you would assume that Campbell's going to go for it.
So fourth and goal from the 5 yard line. Maybe, I guess they might mark it at the 4.5 yard lines. And it looks like they are going to go for this. Fourth and goal. See if the Broncs can get a stop here with 10:26 left here in the first half. No score on the range scoreboard. 3 receivers to the far side. And they almost get the Broncs to jump. And now they tried. The Broncs did flinch but didn't get into the neutral zone. And now Campbell County will take a timeout on 4th down. We'll take timeout with them. We'll be back. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Introducing Transfer the Cents from Security State Bank, the easiest way to save without thinking about it. Every time you use your debit card, we round up your purchase to the nearest dollar and move the change into an account of your choosing, free of charge. It's automatic, effortless, and adds up fast. Start saving with every swipe. Ask about Transfer the Cents today. Security State Bank, small enough to listen, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Campbell County High School. 4th down and goal for Campbell County from the 4.5-yard line. And it looks like they are going to break this huddle, and looks like they're still going to line up to go for it. So the Bronc defense comes out. They're going to put the 6'7" Misteller out to the right side. 3 receivers to the near side with Andela lined up in the backfield. They give the ball inside. It's going to be caught for the touchdown. That's going to be Ethan Misteller. He on the slant. He just got inside the defender, and Campbell County strikes first.
Yep. Nothing you can do about that. I mean, he ran a perfect route, and Lang fired it in there, and he got the catch. Decent coverage, but on a short route like that, it's hard to defend.
So a 4-yard touchdown pass from Lang to Misteller. And the kick is up, and it is good. With 10:21 left here in the first half, it's Campbell County 7, the Bronx 0. You're listening to Bronx Football on 1410 KWYO at 106.9 FM.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stove, pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites 307-675-2100.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Campbell County High School. Camel Field, Shane and Ryan Parker with Bronx football as they trail 7-0 here on the range scoreboard. Campbell County went down and scored on their second possession of the game and lead this thing 7-0. Eichscheid has it teed up for the Camels. Rogers and Green back deep. It's going to be a squib kick that's going to go into the end zone and be a touchback. And the Bronx will take over at their own 20-yard line. Their third possession here of the first half. See if they can get something going. They were able to hit one big play as Andrew Adams hit Gage Rogers on a big pass play. But that's about all they've done here in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, a couple little short passes. The running game is non-existent at this point, so let's see what they can get figured out.
So Keegan Rager, is he going to be the snap receiver this time? It is. Keegan is going to take this snap. He's going to bounce forward for about 5 yards out across the 24 to the 25-yard line. I think they're going to give him the 26. So a pretty decent gain there on first down by the Bronx.
We'll take 6 yards
Almost
on first
6
down.
yards there on first down. And now it's going to be Blaine Phillips' turn at quarterback. Blaine comes in with Weber to the near side.
Watch for a powerful run by Blaine.
Keegan's going to line up in the slot. Blaine all alone in the empty backfield. Blaine gets behind another runner. He's going to go forward for a Bronx first down out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. He just got in behind Keegan.
Yep.
And the Bronx were able to move the ball and pick up another first down.
And they're taking it right up the middle against the Camels. Let's see if they can keep it going.
And now Keegan back in that snap receiver formation in the Wildcat. Braxton Crow and Will Greer both in the backfield. Also lined up for the Bronx in there is Ryder Dillaway. So Keegan, the snap receiver, going to bring a man in motion. And he fakes the give. This time Keegan, he'll be cut down after a gain of a couple.
Boy, if he could have gotten past that one tackler right there, there was a lot of green grass in front of him.
Just gets tripped up after a gain of 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Broncs.
Nice tackle there by the Camels.
And now it's going to be Beck Haswell's turn. Boy, this will be the 4th person as the quarterback tonight. Haswell now in the Wildcat. High snap, looks downfield. Oh boy, bad throw.
Oh,
but able to get to it, but just incomplete to Gage Rogers.
That's Beck's, as a quarterback, that's his first incompletion.
Well, it was kind of flat.
Yeah.
He didn't get a lot of air under it.
Yep.
Gage had a step, but the ball was thrown flat, so Gage did a good job.
And it was a little bit short.
Yep.
Gage had to kind of slam on the brakes and try to come back and get it. But he kind of turned into a defender on that, so it wasn't intercepted.
So 3rd down and 8 now for the Broncs from their own 32-yard line. Blaine Phillips in at quarterback. William Greer, the blocking back. 4 receivers in the formation. Now they motion Keegan back into the backfield. They give it to Keegan straight ahead, and he's going to be dropped after a gain of a couple, and I see a flag come in as well. Let's see if where the flag's going to be. Did they get a face mask? Because I see Keegan pointing towards Campbell County. Personal foul, face mask. Yep, they did.
Okay.
On Campbell County. So a break for the Broncs is going to give them a 1st down. They'll step off 15.
Boy, that's 2 big penalties in this first half on Campbell County. Because they would have forced the Broncs to punt right there, and then on that opening play, they had a holding call to bring back a 92-yard touchdown.
So this will move the ball into Camel territory at the Camel 48-yard line. So the Broncs' 2nd trip into Camel territory, much to the dismay of the Camel crowd.
But now we've got to take advantage of this.
Blaine, the quarterback, brings Keegan in motion. And Blaine's going to follow into the hole, dive across the 45 to about the 44-yard line. No, they're going to mark him right at the 45. Pickup of 3 yards on 1st down. The tackle made by Trayton Sukit for the Camels, the senior linebacker. 7:43 to go here in the first half. Campbell County leading 7-0 on the range scoreboard. Blaine, 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. They're going to bring a man in motion. That just took forever.
And the ball's on the ground.
And Campbell County picks it up, and they're going to take over inside Bronc territory.
Boy.
Gage Rogers
he never
really
got the ball.
They were working the jet sweep, and Gage really never got the handoff, and Campbell County recovers the fumble. That's the first fumbled turnover by the Broncs this year. They've had 3 interceptions.
No, Breck Reed fumbled one.
Oh, that's true. Yep.
At Kelly.
Yep, that's right.
But yeah, not many turnovers. You don't see that by the Broncs, but that was just miscommunication all around.
I think that's just 5 turnovers on the year for the Broncs. But it sets up Campbell County at their own 30, or at the Bronc 30-yard line. And now the offense back out on the field for Campbell. Lang, he's going to drop back. He's going for the home run. Down the middle of the field, and he short hops it.
And there was a hold right there in the backfield.
There was a big hold, and the flag finally came in. Just got an update at the end of the first quarter. Bighorn leading Tongue River 21-0 in the 2025 Thunder Bowl. So a hold against the Camels.
And boy, this Gillette coach is upset, but that happened right out in front of everybody.
Yep. And that really should have been marked off from where the hold occurred. But they're going to just spot it back to the Bronc 39-yard line. So Campbell will be 1st and 20 now. As Lang gets his instructions, and they break the huddle. Bronc defense trying to figure out, boy, they've got a lot of weapons out there for Campbell County. 2 receivers lined up here to the near side, the big Steller to the outside. They give to Hahn, and he slips, and he's going to be dropped at the, they're going to say no gain on the play. That should have actually been a loss of 1 back at the 40, but they're going to spot it at the 39. So 2nd down and 20 now for Campbell County.
This is a big series for this Bronx defense after the offense turned it over. Bronx defense has just got to buckle in and not give anything up right now.
So Noah Newman's going to go outside and cover the big 6'7" Steller. Andela will be the tight end on the near side. Lang straight back, and they do find Andela out across the 45 to about the, the 35 down to about the 34-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 15. Just a 5-yard pickup there on 2nd down. But boy, what a weapon. I mean,
yeah.
The Bronx would love to have somebody 6'8", 240.
But like you said earlier, you know, the Bronx are okay with giving up those 5-yard little outs. As long as they can tackle right there, we'll be okay.
5:33 and counting left here in the first half. Campbell County looking to go up 2 scores on the number 1 ranked Bronx. Lang has Hahn in the backfield. He'll drop straight back, looking downfield. Lets one fire, and there's a flag.
Oh,
they're gonna call pass interference. And boy, I don't know what else the Bronx defender's supposed to do there. He didn't impede him at all.
I didn't think so, but
wow. That's not a very.
Is this going to be another offensive call?
No, they called it on the Bronx. Noah Newman gets called.
So that's going to move it down to about the 20-yard line.
It's going to be really close to a 1st down.
Well, it'll be an automatic first down.
No, there's no automatic 1st downs except on roughing.
Oh, okay.
But let's see where they. Oh, it is going to be enough for the 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Campbell County at the 19-yard line. So they're going to put 6'7" and 6'8" out on the same side. They're going to go right to the middle. That's going to be caught inside by Cohen Metler. Metler inside the 10, down at about the 9-yard line, maybe the 8. So it'll be 1st and goal again for Campbell County with 5:05 left here in the first half.
And this would be huge if Campbell can punch this in because they get the second half kickoff as well.
So the Bronx defense will have to dig in here. 1st and goal for Campbell County at the 8-yard line. Lang is going to put Hahn in a tight end position. 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Lang with the empty backfield. Calls. He's going to go right up the middle. He's going to be stood up at the 5 and fight to about the 2-3-yard line.
Oh, did the ball come loose? The ball came loose. Sheridan says they have it.
Let's see. They unpile here.
Keegan Rager is pointing Sheridan's direction.
But the official's got his hand up saying the runner was down. So.
Okay.
Must be Campbell County ball still. 2nd and goal from about the 3-yard line. Looks like Campbell County, the play clock's been going, but that play took forever to get in. 4:10 remaining here in the. Why is the clock
stopped? I was just wondering that.
The clock should be running. Lang outside, and
good defense.
Good defense there by Noah Newman. He jumped that route and just got a paw out on that ball and to knock it away from Misteller. Bring up 3rd and goal now for Campbell with 4:04 remaining. So a good defensive play by Noah Newman. Boy, Lang threw that ball clear across the field.
And if Newman was able to get one step sooner, he would have been gone for a pick 6.
Watch Lang here. He's got Hahn lined up next to him as he could be the leading blocker. This is where Lang likes to jump in, and we got a whistle, and I think we've got a timeout on the field called by Campbell County with 4:04 left here in the first half. We'll take timeout as well. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
It's Wyoming. 1 minute you're melting like ice cream in August, the next you're colder than an ice fisherman's backside in January, and your dog's stolen all the blankets. Luckily, Carl's Heating and Air Conditioning has your backside. Carl knows Wyoming weather better than anyone. Then he'll keep your home comfy whether Brutus gives back those blankets or not. Call Carl's Heating and Air Conditioning today or find us in the Country Bounty Business Directory. Carl, making homes comfortable no matter how moody Wyoming weather gets.
I'm Doug Hockett with Stiefel Investments, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Campbell County High School. Bronc Football here on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM, streaming live at SheridanMedia.com. 3rd and goal for Campbell County from the 3-yard line. 3 receivers lined up on the far side in a bunch. Hahn is the tailback. No receivers to the near side. And Lang keeps, and he's going to be stood up and dropped. No gain. Maybe even a half-yard loss back to about the 4. It's going to bring up 4th down. And the field goal team's going to come on for Campbell County. So the Broncs bend, but don't give up a touchdown here.
Well, and a field goal isn't guaranteed.
Right.
Let's see what we can do here.
So Eichscheid is the field goal kicker. This will be about a 22 or 23-yard attempt. See if the Broncs can get a block or something here. The kick is up, and it is good.
Yep.
So with 3:24 left here in the first half, Eichscheid gets a 22-yard field goal, makes it 10-0 Campbell County on the range scoreboard. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM.
Doug, I love fall. Pumpkin spice, football, piles of leaves.
Don't forget piles of savings, Bob. Buy 3, get the 4th for just $1 at Waring Chevrolet.
$1? That's less than a hot dog at a ball game.
Hey, and these tires will last a lot longer than you won't have heartburn.
So pile up the leaves, pile up the savings, and pile into Waring Chevrolet.
Exactly. This fall, keep your ride rolling smooth with buy 3 and get the 4th tire for just $1. 107 East Alger or online at WaringSheridan.com.
Leaves crunching, kettles whistling, football helmets colliding, families chattering, the sounds of fall. Hearing loss can be a subtle thief, taking away these precious sounds and others that make our lives so rich. If you think you or a loved one may be struggling, please call our office to schedule your free hearing test and consultation. There is nothing to lose and everything to gain. Let the changing seasons encourage you to make a positive change for better hearing. Call 674-8920, on the web at ebahearing.com, or visit on Coffeen Avenue, right next to Sherwin-Williams.
This is Mariah with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Campbell County High School. The kickoff was a pooch kick taken by the up man, Braxton Crow, and he'll return it out to the Bronc 40-yard line. So the Broncs will start with decent field position here out at their own 40-yard line, and that's where they will take over with 3:17 remaining here in the first half. The Broncs have gone 3.5 quarters. If you look back at last week, they didn't score in the second half at all last week. And the Broncs have gone the first quarter and 9 minutes of this ball game without scoring. That's a long time for the Bronc offense. We haven't seen that in years. Blaine Phillips, the give is to, that's going to be Rudy Green. He's going to be dropped for a 5 or 6 yard loss on the jet sweep all the way back to the 34-yard line of the Bronx. So a 6-yard loss. 2nd down and 16 now for Sheridan. Just not a lot going offensively for the Bronx. Liam Weber is going to come in. Blaine Phillips, the quarterback. We'll have Keegan Rager in the backfield with him. Liam will be the only receiver to the near side. Gage Rogers to that far side of the field. Bring a man in motion. That's going to be... Now, Torrey Phillips looks downfield. Can't find anybody. Had Gage Rogers along the sideline, but it's going to be incomplete as the Bronx went for a wide receiver screen pass. And now it's going to be 3rd down and 15 for the Bronx. So 3rd down and long, again, for this Bronx offense. Not much going right for the Bronx here tonight. Phillips, Bodanovic, and Gage Rogers to the far side. Liam Weber, the receiver, to the near side. Phillips has Rager in the backfield. Sladen goes in motion. Phillips looking downfield. Nothing there. Now he's going to run. Has a man, and it's going to be caught by Phillips. Phillips, his knee was down at the 45-yard line, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 5 for the Bronx, and they're going to punt the ball away. Somebody called timeout. Actually, Campbell County is going to call timeout. We'll keep it right here. So the Bronx 4th and 5, and actually it's not going to be a punt here. Somebody called timeout because they said that Campbell County had called a timeout there with 2:07 left here. Is that their 3rd and final? So Campbell County calls the timeout. Looked like the Bronx were going to line up the Wildcat with Haswell at the quarterback spot. Let's see what they break the huddle with here after the timeout. Again, next week we will have the final regular season game. It will be a home game for the Bronx senior night as the Laramie Plainsmen will come to town next Friday, 6 o'clock at Homer Scott Stadium. So 4th down and 5. And it looks like the Bronx are going to go for it here as they will bring out Haswell. Haswell will be the snap receiver. Gage Rogers will be the receiver to the near side. Dillaway and Crow will be the blocking backs with Greer lined up as the tailback. Haswell, below snap. They flip it on the reverse to Gage Rogers. Rogers, he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Nice play call by the Bronx.
Yes, there was nobody over there on that far side. Great play call.
So Rogers goes into Camel territory down to the 45, 44-yard line of the Camels. 1st and 10, Sheridan.
Gage showed off a little bit of his speed right there.
He had to beat one man to the corner, and that was the big 6'7" Misteller. This time they send a man in motion. It's going to be Haswell. Haswell breaks contain, spins, picks up 8 yards down to about the 35-yard line. That's going to be really close to another Bronx 1st down with 146 to give him 8 yards on the play. So 2nd down and 2 for the Bronx. Haswell again, digs in, has enough for the 1st down, leaps over the pile, and now the clock will stop after the 1st down run. Down inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. And the Bronx offense stays going with the 1st and 10 with 1:23 left here in the 1st half. Phillips will be at quarterback. Haswell, Bodanovic, and Green to this near side. And a lot of time ticking away. 1:10 left. Phillips. Calls for the ball. Looks downfield. Corner Has a man. It's caught. Bronx touchdown. Blaine Phillips to Gage Rogers. That's good for 32 yards. And
Beautiful throw.
Yeah, the Bronx are on the board.
Beautiful throw by Blaine Phillips.
With 55.9 seconds left, Blaine Phillips to Gage Rogers.
That's got to give the Bronx some confidence right there.
What a beautiful throw.
Yes. Right on the money. Engaged did his job, and he got behind that receiver, and Blaine just dropped it right in there.
So William Greer will be on for the extra point.
This extra point is huge.
Torrey Phillips, the holder. Snap's good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is
good.
With 55.9 seconds left here in the first half, the Bronx get on the board. They trail Campbell County 10-7. You're listening to Bronx football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Since 1935, First Federal Bank and Trust has been a cornerstone of Sheridan.
And to celebrate 90 years of community commitment, we're donating $90,000 to 10 nonprofit organizations in Sheridan. Each month through November, we'll honor our legacy of community support by investing in a local nonprofit.
This month, First Federal will award $9,000 to the Hub on Smith.
90 years, $90,000. Community commitment at its finest. Visit efirstfederal.bank, member FDIC.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Camel Stadium. The Bronx back in this ball game after a 32-yard touchdown pass from Blaine Phillips to Gage Rogers. That was just a beautiful throw. Gage just kept his route going. The receiver saw the ball in the air but kind of slowed down, and the ball just went right over the defender into Gage's arms for the touchdown. And the Bronx are alive here in the first half. Ryan, I was just talking about that. The Bronx hadn't scored in 3+ quarters.
That's, hopefully that's builds some confidence right there, and they can get this offense back on track.
So William Greer has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Back deep for the Camels. Cohen Metler back there. I think that's also Draven Vandam. Greer's kick is going to be taken at the 5-yard line by Metler. Metler breaks a tackle. He's across the 20, 25, and driven down at about the 26 or 27-yard line, maybe even the 28. Let's see where they mark it. But there will be 47.5 seconds left here in the first half. And they will spot the ball. It looks like at the Camel 28-yard line.
Now let's see if the Bronx can get off the field here without anything big happening before halftime.
This time they're going to split Hahn clear out to the numbers. It's the first time we've seen him out that wide. We've got Wasson in the slot. Lang looks downfield, has a man. That's going to be caught at about the 35 or 36-yard line. It's going to be Cohen Metler with the catch. And quickly, Campbell County's back to the line of scrimmage with 35. I think they are out of timeouts.
They are out of timeouts.
Metler, Lang takes the snap, looking downfield. He's going to run. Now he throws the ball. It's caught by Hahn. Hahn into Bronx territory down to about the 42-yard line. And the clock will stop while the chains reset.
I was going to say that defender did a nice job of keeping him in bounds.
So Noah Newman made the tackle, but a big pickup there, and now the clock will wind. He was in bounds. Wind the clock.
Yep, that referee is not winding the clock.
Now Andela will split to the near side. Lang drops straight back, has a man along the sideline. He's in bounds with 16 seconds.
Boy, that gave Gillette like an extra 20 seconds.
Yep, second down. See if Lang, what he does with it here. He just spikes it into the ground with 6 seconds left. And Lang's going to have to come over and get the play call. 5.6 seconds left here in the first half. Ball's at the 40-yard line of the Bronx. 3rd down and 8. This is probably the last play of the first half. Bronx defenders should just drop straight back and go up because they're going to send their 2 tall guys deep.
Yep.
Just try to get one in the end zone here with 5.6 seconds left.
I think you got to maybe go prevent defense here.
Let's find out where they are. Andela is going to be the tight end, and Misteller is going to be the outside receiver on the far side. Lang takes the snap. He rolls to this near side, and he's just going to heave it to the end zone. It gets into the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. Boy, the receiver, Misteller, had his hand on it.
He almost tipped it to himself.
But the first half comes to an end with Campbell County leading Sheridan 10-7. James Timberlake will have the Powderhorn halftime report for you coming up. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Heads up, McDonald's Monopoly's back. Every bite of your favorite menu items could win you free food, a new car, an amazing vacation, even $1 million. Just peel your game pieces, enter them in the McDonald's app, and start collecting to win. With over 30 menu items in the game, every order's a chance to score big. Don't wait. Monopoly at McDonald's is on. Eat, peel, play, and win. Your next bite could be the one that changes everything. McDonald's, Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette.
Hi, this is Alicia Carroll with ERA Carroll Realty and Pinnacle Home and Land Group, 675 Sumner Street, listed for just $357. Lovely ranch-style home, gorgeous backyard with mature trees, 1-car garage, newer roof, newer air conditioning, covered patio, 1-car garage. This is a must-see. Call me, Alicia Carroll, at 307-752-6997.
We're more than just a bank. We're part of the community. Hi, this is David Hubert from First Bank of Wyoming. From small towns to big dreams, we are here for our customers, helping Wyoming grow. Whether you're saving for the future, expanding your business, or buying your first home, we're here every step of the way. First Bank of Wyoming, local, trusted, and always by your side. First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Camco Federal Credit Union, we offer all the banking functions you need with the personal touch you deserve. From our rewards checking and our share certificates to convenient online banking with our mobile app. Whether you need to remote deposit a check, pay a bill, or transfer funds, we make it easy. And when you need to talk to a real person, our friendly team is ready to assist you. Visit one of our branches or call us today at 307-682-6105. Camco Federal Credit Union, member NCUA, and equal housing lender.
It's time for the Powderhorn Halftime Show with James Timberlake. James will be back with scores from around the state, upcoming Sheridan County sporting activities, and what's happening with your Wyoming Cowboys and Denver Broncos after this. From your halftime show sponsor, the Powderhorn.
Celebrating 30 years of excellence, the Powderhorn Golf Community is Wyoming's premier golf destination. It all began with Homer Scott's visionary plan, creating an award-winning 27 holes of championship golf, a clubhouse filled with camaraderie, and a community like no other. Here, every view is a masterpiece, and every day feels like a getaway. Discover world-class golf, stunning homes, and join the vibrant community and club. Live where you play. Visit thepowderhorn.com today.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
And a good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Powderhorn Halftime Report. We've hit halftime over there in Gillette between the 1 and number 2 team in the state of Wyoming in the 4A region. Camels are out in front right now, 10-7. Welcome again to our Powderhorn Halftime Report. I'm your host, James Timberlake. Coming up, we'll take a look at the local sports schedule for the weekend around the Sheridan area. Then we'll get a preview of the Cowboys matchup against Air Force on Saturday, as well as the Broncos matchup with the Giants on Sunday. But first, let's take a look at the other football scores from across the 4A. Right now, down south, Cheyenne East is at home taking on Rock Springs. Cheyenne East is leading in that one handily, 28-3. Over in Casper, Kelly Walsh is at home hosting Cheyenne Central. Central is out in front in that one, 14-0. Also in Casper, just across town, Natrona County is hosting Cheyenne South, and Natrona is on top in that one, 35-0 as well. And wrapping up the action in the 4A across the town from the Bronx game over in Gillette, Thunder Basin is at home against Laramie, hosting Laramie. In that one, the score is 7-0. Thunder is out in front in that one. Locally in 2A action, it's the crosstown rivalry tonight between Bighorn and Tongue River. Bighorn took the short trip over to TR this time around, and Bighorn has been on a hot streak when it comes to this game, having beaten Tongue River in 3 straight in 13 out of the last 14 matchups. And as for the game tonight, Bighorn is out ahead and on their way to making it 4 straight right now, leading the Eagles 42-0 as they're approaching halftime in that one. Switching gears to the other local action this weekend, starting off in volleyball. The Lady Broncs are on the road this weekend in the southern part of the state, taking on Laramie tonight and then Cheyenne South tomorrow afternoon. Bighorn and Tongue River played one another last night as well. Tongue River came away with the win in that one, 3-2. From there, the Lady Eagles will be off the rest of the weekend, but the Lady Rams have 2 more games. They're on the road playing in Wright tonight, and then they will be back at home tomorrow taking on Moorcroft. In cross country, it's conference meet week, and Sheridan County hosted a couple of the meets. SHS hosted the 4A conference meet earlier today at the VA, and Tongue River High School hosted the Powder River Conference race. Both TR and Bighorn took part in that one. Kevin Coyle will be keeping you up to date with all the results for that, those conference meets over on SheridanMedia.com as well. I believe he just said that he updated those and posted them over on the website on our sports section. So go check out all the winners from those conference meets from around the Sheridan area. In high school swimming, the Sheridan Lady Broncs are on the road this weekend in Laramie for duels today, and then the Laramie Invitational tomorrow. And finally, wrapping up the local action, the Sheridan Hawks, who are in first place in the Frontier Division of the NA3HL, are at home this weekend, and they'll be welcoming in the second-place team in the Frontier, the Helena Bighorns. They play them tonight and tomorrow, and puck is set to drop for 7:30 for both nights. That's the look at the local schedule for this weekend. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the regional schedule with the Cowboys and the Broncos. You're listening and watching the Powderhorn Halftime Report on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO, and you're watching on SheridanMedia.com.
Is the go-to local company for these types of items. If it's screen printed or stitched, we are the ones to help you.
And welcome back to the Powderhorn Halftime Report. We're going to switch over to the regional sports for this weekend, starting with the Wyoming Cowboys. They pulled off probably their gutsiest win of the season so far this year with a 35-28 victory over San Jose State last Saturday. The Cowboys entered the fourth quarter of that game trailing 28-14, but in the final 10 minutes, they were able to rattle off 21 unanswered points and get the victory. I mentioned in last week's show, Halftime Report, that I thought the Cowboys should have been able to throw against the San Jose State defense, and they were able to accomplish that. Caden Anderson finished with probably his best game of the season, going 23 for 39 for 304 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a couple of explosive throws in that 21-point run in the fourth quarter. This week, the Cowboys will travel down to Colorado Springs to take on Air Force. We all know how Air Force likes to play on offense. They run the classic wing T triple option style offense, which means they run the ball about 60,000 times a game and try to win with controlling the time of possession and good defense. They have been pretty solid running the football, controlling the time of possession this season. They average the second most rush yards before contact in the country, and they are third in total rush yards per game. However, the big reason they're 1-5 so far this year is because the other side of that two-part coin, their defense has been absolutely dreadful so far this year. They're dead last in D1 college football in opponent points per game, opponent yards per game, opponent yards per play, and opponent pass yards per game. The Falcons have probably the worst defense in all of college football so far this year, at least from the stats. Surprisingly, the Cowboys are sitting at 4.5-point underdogs as it stands right now, and we'll have all the action live for you. You'll be able to listen to the Cowboys take on Air Force tomorrow afternoon on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO, starting at 3 p.m. with kickoff set for 3:30 p.m. Moving on, the Denver Broncos are coming off a less than perfect performance over in London, beating the Jets 13-11. The Broncos were trailing in the third quarter after a safety that made the score 11-10, but Will Lutz was able to kick a field goal with just over 5 minutes left to play to make it 13-11, which is where the final score would end. The Jets had the ball back and still had time to try to drive down and win the game, but the Denver defense showed up again and sacked Justin Fields on a 4th and 8 that turned the ball over and wrapped up the victory for Denver. That sack was a small piece of a larger picture for the Broncos, with their defense absolutely smothering the Jets all game long, especially in the passing game. Jets quarterback Justin Fields finished with just 45 yards passing, but including the yards lost on the 9 sacks that were allowed, Fields finished with a negative 10 net passing yards, the fewest in Jets history and the fewest number of net passing yards in a game since 1998. The Broncos will now turn their attention to the new jumpstart New York Giants, if you will. After replacing Russell Wilson, quarterback Jackson Dart has led the Giants to wins in 2 out of their last 3 games, one against the playoff hopeful LA Chargers and the other against the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Dart has also scored 6 touchdowns since his first start back in Week 4, which is tied for 7th most in the NFL, and he's one of 3 quarterbacks since 1950 to have at least 50 rushing yards, in each of his first 3 starts. He's been very good when kept clean, but when facing pressure, he has completed just 48% of his passes with 1 touchdown and thrown 2 picks. The Broncos will come in with the league's highest pressure rate and sack count in the NFL in this game, which should lean towards the Broncos' favor with that matchup. The Broncos will also have to worry about the other rookie phenom in the NFL or in the Giants' backfield as well, and Cam Stadium. He became the lead back in Week 3, and since then he has 425 yards from scrimmage and 4 touchdowns. He's also forced 23 missed tackles. The Broncos' defense are probably licking their chops at the opportunity to give a couple of rookies their, quote, welcome to the NFL moment, but the Giants are hot and feel like a reinvigorated team since bringing Dart in and Stadium as well. It will also be an emotional game for the Broncos franchise. They will be celebrating their alumni weekend and the 10th anniversary of the Super Bowl 50 team. They will also be inducting Demaryius Thomas, who was also a part of that Super Bowl 50 team, into the Broncos Ring of Fame. Thomas unexpectedly, unfortunately, passed away back in 2021, so they will be awarding that Ring of Fame posthumously to him and his family. We'll have all the action live for you between the Giants and Broncos on Sunday with pregame set for noon and kickoff set for 2:25 over on Fox Sports 106.3 FM. They're getting ready to get that second half started over in Gillette between the Camels and the Broncos, the Bronx. I haven't done that in a while, but did that there. I'm sorry. Between the Camels and the Bronx, I should say. So we're going to send it back out to Shane and Ryan Parker for kickoff. I want to thank you very much for tuning in. I have been your host, James Timberlake, and this has been the Powderhorn Halftime Report.
You need. Kilpatrick Creations is the go-to local company for these. If it's screen printed or stitched, we are the ones to help you. Give us a call first. We're here to help you and want to help you with your imprinted garment or accessory needs. We've been in the business and serving Sheridan County for over 20 years. We have the experience, talent, and selection of goods that allows us to help you promote your business, club, or event in the best, most affordable way possible. Come see Kilpatrick Creations for all your screen printed or embroidered needs.
Building or remodeling your home or commercial space can be overwhelming.
With so many decisions to make, choosing the right contractor matters.
At North Country Construction, we believe you deserve a team you can trust.
From initial planning and site work to concrete and final touches, we handle the entire process with a decade of quality in the Sheridan area that speaks for itself.
When only the best will do, call North Country Construction 307-461-2896.
307-461-2896.
One Health in Sheridan provides medical care, mental health, and other support services for the whole family. Our whole person approach serves children, adults, and seniors, and we accept patients with private insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, and no insurance. From childhood immunizations and wellness checks to substance use treatment, visit One Health for same-day availability and an income-based sliding fee. Visit onechc.org/Sheridan for more information.
In a place where honesty and hard work define us, there's a bank that's fully invested in Wyoming. The banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan. We understand that business owners are the backbone of our communities. And whether you run a ranch, a restaurant, or a retail store, we're here to support you with a range of account options and personalized services without all the unexpected fees. Because when your business succeeds, our communities thrive. Visit buffalofed.bank for all your business banking needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
They'll tell you nobody sells campers cheaper than them. Let me tell you, they're wrong. We do. Midway RV in Sheridan has new campers at the lowest prices in the country. Units won't last at these prices. Limited floor plans available, trade-ins welcome, financing ready. Midway has a floor plan for you. Hit the mountain road or back road for less. Stop by our newest showroom on Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan. Visit midwaycampers.com. Lowest prices in the country, right at your fingertips.
Friday Night Lights, hard hits, and Sheridan pride. Your Broncs are back on the field. 7P Builders is proud to stand behind our hometown team, supporting the athletes who give it their all every game. Off the field, when it comes to your home, 7P Builders specializes in sidings, decks, and roofs, new builds and remodels, helping families create spaces that last for generations. Call 307-763-3202 to set up your appointment. From the sidelines to your neighborhood, 7P Builders says, go Broncs.
Hi, this is Jeff Tomlinson with Stifel Financial, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Campbell County High School. Shane and Ryan Parker bringing you live football action with the Sheridan Broncs and the Campbell County Camels. 10-7, the Broncs trail at the half. When was the last time?
I was just about to say.
Time the Broncs might have trailed at halftime? I mean, it might be 50 games. I mean, maybe not. I mean,
yeah,
there might have been a game
a long time ago, like 1,400 days ago, that maybe where they trailed at halftime. But yeah,
it hasn't happened in a long, long time.
But hey, we're in it.
So, yeah, we at least we got the score there late in the quarter with under a minute to go, and got right back in this thing. Campbell County will get the ball first to start the second half, but Ryan, it just seems the Broncs are missing that explosive play that Breck Reed can give them.
Correct. You know, but like Coach said, you don't replace a Breck Reed.
Right.
You just got to use who you have and let them use their talents to hopefully make a difference in the game.
So the Broncs trail 10-7. Campbell County will get the ball, but they still have a half of football to play.
Yeah.
And these are two really good football teams, and they've shown it tonight.
You know, Campbell County's really been going to their strengths, using the height of their tight end and wideouts, and you know, you can't defend the height.
Right. We do have one score to pass along for you at halftime of the Thunder Bowl being played at Dayton. Bighorn leading Tongue River High School 48-0 at halftime. So Bighorn will remain undefeated on the year.
And they will be the number one seed.
They will wrap up the number one seed from the 2A East and will have home field advantage as long as they stay alive in the playoffs.
Yep.
So we're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will have second half action for you. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
View the level of your propane tank from anywhere, anytime with a tank monitor from Farmers Co-op. Always know how much propane is in your tank using the app on your cell phone or tablet. This feature is awesome for frequent travelers, adult children taking care of their aging parents, or folks with rental properties. Monitors are compatible with most tanks where cellular or satellite signal is available. Propane tank monitors available now at Farmers Co-op, 1450 Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan.
Have you been to the showroom at Thompson Master Masons? If you're thinking about doing a masonry project, you need to stop by and check it out. Thompson's is located on the corner of Broadway and 11th in Sheridan with a showroom full of brick and stone samples. They offer both man-made and natural stone. As a matter of fact, Thompson Master Masons has the widest selection of stone, block, and brick in town. Wholesale or retail, contact Thompson Master Masons.
Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing, with offices in Sheridan and Casper, are ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. The Sheridan office of Michael Lansing and McCole Soto provide competent, local legal services focused on businesses, real estate transactions, estate planning, employee protections, trust litigation, and personal injury. Michael and McCole will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights and are proud to support all local youth activities.
For 140 years, First Northern Bank has proudly served our Wyoming communities through many chapters of our customers' and communities' stories. We've been here, a neighbor you can count on. Here, you're more than just a number. We're committed to providing exceptional personalized service that fits your needs because at First Northern Bank, you're not just a customer, you're family. Come see why Wyoming has trusted us as your community bank for 140 years. First Northern Bank of Wyoming, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 402576.
When the Sheridan Broncs take the field, they bring strength, precision, and pride. At Simply Stone, they bring that same energy into every project, specializing in countertops. Their team fabricates and installs the finest quartz, marble, granite, and porcelain surfaces, turning your home into something truly exceptional. Just like the Broncs, they believe in hard work, dedication, and a rock-solid foundation. Stop by their showroom at 2745 Heartland Drive or visit simplystonewyo.com. Simply Stone, simply the best.
This is Kent Sherwood with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back at Campbell County High School. Shane and Ryan Parker with you here on the Bronc broadcast. And both teams have now come out of the locker room. Extended halftime at senior night here at Campbell County. So they had all their senior introductions for the football players and the band and the cheerleaders. And then the marching band came out and gave their halftime performance because I think the state marching band competition is this weekend.
Tomorrow
in Casper. So, and it's actually turned into a real, first place, second place, third place type thing this year, I do believe.
I think so.
So it's not just...
I think in years past you got superior or...
got rated.
Rated differently, yeah.
So...
I think they might give out trophies this year. I'm not sure.
So the Broncs come out. They will be on defense to start this second half. They will do the kicking here to Campbell County. And the defense has played pretty well. You have to give them a little bit of credit. They've a couple times didn't make good tackles, but came back to redeem themselves. We've turned the ball over at least one time. Campbell County has not yet turned it over, so they will have to clean that up here in the second
Campbell
half.
County's had a couple big penalties.
Yep.
That the first play of the game, negated a touchdown, and another one negated a big first down. So, Campbell's kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit, but that Bronc defense, we got to get some stops and get them some rest. That offense needs to sustain a drive in this second half.
So the warm-up time is now coming to an end. After the clock ends, it will be there's always a 3-minute warm-up period. But the Camels receiving team is now on the field. They are ready to go. Well, they were ready to go. Now they're all coming over to gather around their special teams coach. And the Bronx kicking team is gathered up. In the second half, here we go as we get ready to.
Let's see if the Bronx can get a deep kick maybe into the end zone and make Campbell County go the distance.
So the kicking team is lining up. Will Greer will get it teed up at the 40-yard line. Now one of the officials is running off the field. I'm not sure what.
I wonder if they don't have the game ball.
They
might have left the game ball in the locker room.
In the locker room. Because the officials have to take the 2 game balls with them into the locker room at halftime, and maybe they forgot to bring the game balls out because they are.
Yep, they must have forgot to bring Sheridan's game ball out.
It looks like, I don't know if they can't start without the 5th official. And there was some talking going on at the end of the first half, too. The Sheridan coaching staff was really talking with the officials about the clock situation at the end of the half. There was definitely a tackle inbounds on the second to last play, and the officials stopped
it to move the chains.
But once the chains were set, they didn't wind
the clock.
Gave Campbell County
probably an extra 20 seconds.
Yeah, so I know there was some talking to the officials at the end of the half about the play clock, but we are still in a holding pattern here. As we take a look at some other scores that are going on around the state of Wyoming, if we can pull that up here, I know that James had some of those scores there on the halftime show, the Powderhorn halftime show. But the other 4A scores going on tonight, Campbell County, of course, leading here. Cheyenne East leading Rock Springs 35-3. That game in Cheyenne. Cheyenne Central leading Kelly Walsh 14-0 in the third quarter. Natrona County leading Cheyenne South 48-0 at halftime. And also at the half across town here in Campbell County, Thunder Basin leading Laramie 14-0 at the half. So those are the scores going on around. Try to get you a Buffalo score as well. Douglas leading Buffalo 6-0 in the first quarter there in Johnson County. So Will Greer now has the ball. The official finally came back from the locker room with the correct football. 12 minutes on the clock. We are about ready to get this second half underway. It's number 1 against number 2 here from Campbell County High School. Will Greer has it teed up back deep for the Camels is Wasson and Mettler, and the kick is deep and over the head of Wasson and into the end zone for a touchback. Actually, that's Drayden Vandam and Colton Mettler, so it went over the head of Vandam. And Campbell County will take over at the 20-yard line. So a nice kick by Will Greer, and Campbell County will huddle up, and we will get this second half underway.
Yep, let's see if these Bronx can come out inspired after halftime.
Again,
see if they can get some pressure on this quarterback.
Lang going to be empty, the only one in the backfield, 5 receivers in the formation. He's going to drop straight back, looks for Hahn. Hahn's going to catch it behind the sticks, but he'll pick up a block and get out across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. That's going to be a 6 or 7 yard gain there on first down. Let's give him 6 yards. So just a little swing pass out to the running back out of the, actually he was lined up in the slot, so he just kind of made his way down the line of scrimmage and made the catch, broke 1 tackle and was then tackled for a 6 yard gain. Second down and 4 for Campbell County. So we start this second half. Misteller will split wide to the near side here. Hahn will be in the backfield with Andela the blocking back. They bring a man in motion. That's Mettler. They direct snap to Hahn. Hahn up the middle. I think he's going to have enough for the first down out across the 30 to about the 31 or 32-yard line.
Boy, he just got in behind those big offensive linemen.
Well, Andela was the lead blocker there.
Sure.
At 240 pounds, that tight end. And he would just stayed right in behind him until the linebackers could get in there and make a tackle. So 1st and 10 for Campbell at the 32-yard line. Bronx get their defensive signals. Hahn will again be the tailback. 3 receivers now to the near side, the wide side of the field. Mettler and Misteller out here wide. Looking deep. Ball downfield going to be left.
Just overthrown.
Too wide for Wasson. Dane Wasson was the intended receiver downfield, and he actually had a step on Andrew Adams, but it was thrown wide.
Well, the big tight end was open in the middle of the field, too. No one around him within 5 yards. But Lang
was going for the
just didn't see it. Don't know if he didn't see him or was just set on going deeper.
2nd down and 10 for the Camels. Same formation this time. 2-by-2 with Hahn in the backfield with Lang. The snap was wide. They fight. Oh, incomplete. Boy, Mettler had it. He was all alone.
He was all alone.
It was short, but hit him right in the hands, but he couldn't handle it. So it's going to be 3rd and long now, 3rd and 10 for the Camels at their own 32-yard line. See if the Bronx can get a stop here and get off the field. This is where they like to look for those tight ends. Andela and Misteller, 6'7" and 6'8", and so they're big targets here in the secondary. Andela will be the tight end. Misteller and Mettler to the near side. Wasson, the receiver, to the far side. Lang drops straight back. He has a man along the sideline. It's overthrown out of bounds, and the Bronx are going to get off the field. 4th down and 10. Let's see. I don't see here comes the punting team finally.
Yep.
I was like, boy, they're going to be brave if they go for it from their own 32.
Right.
And dropping back deep for the Bronx is going to be Rudy Green. The punter for the Camels is Gunnar Streitz. He's had 19 punts this year for an average of 39 yards a punt. So the punt is away, and it's going to be a fair. Boy, that's got to be a flight. He didn't even get an opportunity to catch that, did he? He wasn't run into, but boy, they didn't give him any space. He let it drop, and the Bronx will take over at their own 33-yard line. No flag. That's just
not terrible field position,
but a decent punt by Streitz. And the Bronx offense will come back out on the field.
First possession in the second half. Let's see what we can get going.
So Andrew Adams, he started the game at quarterback. He played, 2 possessions at quarterback. Now he's back in there with Rager will be the running back. Green and Weber to the near side. Now Green goes in motion. Now he'll come back across. And it's a fumble, a bad snap, and I think the Bronx got back on it. I do believe the Bronx got back on that one. It was a bad snap.
They're saying second down.
Second down, but boy, it's going to be behind the sticks.
Jeez, about 4 yards.
I think Andrew Adams actually got back on that thing. And now Beck Haswell will come in at the Wildcat back. And the clock should not be stopped. Why? Now they're running. There they go.
I think they stopped it to see who recovered it.
But Haswell now has actually, Rager's going to come back in late. He'll line up in the backfield with Haswell. Now they send a man in motion. Haswell takes the snap. He jumps over the pile again, and he rumbles over the 35 out to about the 40-yard line. He'll pick up good yardage. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 or 4 for the Bronx. Actually, they're going to mark him shy of the 40. It looks like at the 39-yard line.
Good run by Beck.
So 3rd down and we'll call it 4. 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 for the Bronx. And a player for Campbell has to come out. That's Tyler Rambo, something with his helmet.
I think he didn't have the right helmet. Looks like he's switching helmets with somebody.
Well, maybe something happened with his.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He needs to get a helmet back on. So Haswell back as the Wildcat back again. Rager will be the lead blocker for him. The snap is good. Haswell makes a man miss. He's got room out to midfield. Going to be just shy of midfield. First down for the Broncs at their own 49-yard line.
Good hard run.
Boy, he's gaining more and more confidence on that bad ankle.
Yep.
It looks like it's okay at this point.
Either that or he's just powering through it and he's not showing any signs of limping or anything, so.
So again, Haswell, again, the clock should be winding. I'm not sure why it's not. Haswell again takes the direct snap, and he'll dive forward. He's going to 4 or 5 more this time. Boy, maybe that's just going to be the Bronc offense here in the second half. No, I don't see a quarterback coming back out. Maybe now Keegan will be the snap receiver. No, it's going to be Haswell once again. He picked up 5, second down and 5 for the Broncs as they are now in Camel territory at the 46-yard line. Haswell looks to the sideline for the signals. The Broncs get set. Haswell looks like he's going to run. Steps. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Had a man open. That was Rogers, but he threw it.
He hurried it just a bit.
Way too wide. Missed Rogers by a couple of yards.
Yeah.
But, boy, Rogers had gotten open. I like the design of that play where it looks like he's going to take up. Oh, but illegal man downfield on the Broncs.
Huh.
So that'll back him up 5 yards.
Okay. Replay second down.
So second and 10 now. With 8:26 to go here in the third quarter. And now the offense is going to switch. Andrew Adams is going to come back out at quarterback. They're going to put Haswell in the slot. Boy, the Broncs, they'll be lucky to get this play call off, won't they? 3 receivers to the far side. Newman to the near side. They send a man in motion. Adams looking straight back. Has a man. That's going to be Keegan. Keegan fights forward. How do they mark him 2 yards shy? Did his knee go down back there at the 43?
Very well could have.
Boy, it's going to be 3rd and about 2 for the Broncs.
3rd and manageable for sure.
Yep. So a nice little screen pass to Keegan Rager, and the Broncs will have 3rd and 2 with 8:04 left here in the third. This time I think it's going to be Keegan, the snapper. So no, it's Haswell again. Haswell bounces it outside, makes a man miss, and then
gets the first down.
But just get enough for the first down across the 40 down to the Camel 39-yard line. Just not enough on that ankle to make that last man miss. And now the Bronc offense resets with Adams coming back in at quarterback. Rogers. Actually, Noah Newman's going to check in. Rogers will go out. 7.5 minutes to go here in the third. Broncs trailing 10-7 on the range scoreboard. Putting together a decent drive here. Their first drive of the second half. Adams calls for the ball. Now he goes straight up the middle, and he's going to be hit after a gain of he might have got back to the regular line of scrimmage. And he got thumped pretty good there, but he was able to get up. 2nd and 10 for the Broncs.
The Camels filled that hole pretty quickly because it looked like there was going to be something there. And the Camels filled that fairly quickly, and Andy couldn't do anything with it.
And now Haswell again will come in. It's been their best offense here in this second half with him running the ball. Green, the receiver, to the near side. Rogers to the outside. The snap. And Haswell cuts it inside across the 40. Whoa, little extras out there.
Just good hard football.
Tyler Rambo and the Broncs, Brady Hartman. Little extracurricular after the whistle, but it was kind of following through right at the whistle.
Sure.
So 3rd down and 8 now for the Broncs from the Campbell County 37-yard line. 3 new come in for the Camels on that D line. And Andrew Adams back under center. He'll be in the gun. He'll bring a man in motion. That's Rager. They fake the pass. They get it to Haswell. Haswell, he's going to have enough for the first down.
Yep.
Across the 30.
29.
Down to about the 29-yard line.
Nice quick pass there by Adams to Haswell.
Haswell on the slant out of the slot position. And that's enough for a Bronc first down. They keep the drive alive on a 3rd and 8 slant play.
And the Broncs are perfectly content trying to run some of this clock.
Absolutely.
But they've got to make it count.
Adams brings Rager back into the backfield. This time they're going to hand it to him. Keegan bounces it outside. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5, and he's going to score. Sheridan Bronc touchdown.
Keegan Rager.
From 28 yards out.
What a drive by the Broncs. That is, Keegan hit the outside. That one defender had an angle, but Keegan outran him to the pylon. He dove from about the 2.
And the Broncs jump back in the front. With
big extra point right here, though.
Yeah, the extra point waning here. With 5:29 left here in the third quarter. Snap's good, the hold's good, the kick is up, and it is good.
All right.
With 5:29 left here in the third quarter, it's the Broncs 14, Campbell County 10. You're listening to Bronc football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Hi, this is Austin with Mystic Tree Farm. Fall is the perfect time to plant trees. Cottonwoods, aspens, crab apples, and more, all in stock. So come pick your trees and schedule early. Remember, if we plant it, we guarantee it for a full year. Mystic Tree Farm, just north of town at 114 Decker Road.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Campbell County High School. Bronc football here on KWYO. And Ryan, what a drive the Broncs put together. They did a little bit of everything there.
Yeah. You know,
4 or 5 Wildcat plays out of the Broncs, a couple nice pass plays from Andrew Adams, and then Keegan Rager just finished it off. And it is, that was a nice hard run by Keegan. When he hit the edge, he looked like he picked up an extra gear there.
Yeah.
And turned on the afterburners and went for the end zone.
You bet.
Thanks for listening here on 1410 KWYO, 106.9 FM, and streaming live at SheridanMedia.com as the Broncs try to continue this impressive winning streak, looking for their 51st consecutive win. They now lead 14-10 over an undefeated Campbell County football team. Greer's kick. This one's going to be short. It's going to bounce. It's going to be picked up at about the 12-yard line. And that's Mettler. He'll get across the 20 to about the 21-yard line. And that's so good coverage by the Broncs. Mettler almost.
Yeah, not a very good kick by Greer, but.
And now a late flag comes in. Clear out here at the 35. I think they're going to get a personal foul on the Broncs or something here. Because I see the sideline for Campbell County clapping. So it's going to be an unsportsmanlike on one of the Broncs because I see the officials writing the number down, and if you get 2, you're ejected. So
yeah, I didn't see what happened though.
It's about 10, 15 yards downfield from where the play ended. They haven't even announced it yet. They're stepping it off, but they haven't announced what the penalty was or who it was on. So it moves the ball out to the Bronc 37 or the Campbell County 37-yard line.
Unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike. And the umpire needs to come up and take.
Yeah, he needs to stand over the ball until the white hat's ready.
Campbell County was ready to snap the ball, and the official was still announcing the penalty. So now Lang, he's going to send Mettler in motion across the formation. The Broncs communicate that. And now Cooper Lynn goes to the safety position. Now they find Misteller. Misteller's going to make the catch, and he'll be out to about midfield to pick up. Actually, they're going to give him the 49. He was down at midfield.
Yep.
They give him the 49-yard line of the Broncs. That'll be enough for a Campbell County first down. quickly back to the line of scrimmage.
Campbell wants to go fast.
Lang again. Bronx haven't got a lot of pressure on him tonight, but they have tried really not to.
And he's going to go deep.
They're going to go deep again, and this time it's just going to hit Noah Newman in the back, but he didn't interfere.
Nope.
The ball was just underthrown.
There were 2 Bronx back there.
Gage Rogers had a look at it as well.
If Noah Newman turns around, he's going to pick that thing off, but
it hits Noah right in the back.
Yeah.
But he never did touch the receiver. So now it's 2nd down and 10. The ball just into Bronx territory at the 49-yard line. Lang goes back to his huddle, and the Bronx defense gets set again. Wasson will be the receiver going to the far outside on the visitors' side of the field. Metler in the slot, and Mesteller to the near side. This time Lang comes up, and there's going to be a hold.
Yep, it's going to come back.
Yep. He'll pick up 2 or 3 yards on the play, but it's going to come back. Make sure they get the holding call. And so it will step it off, and it'll be 2nd down
and 20.
2nd and 20 now. So the offense will reset.
You mentioned it just a couple of plays ago, Shane, that the Bronx haven't gotten much pressure on this quarterback tonight.
Well, that was kind of by design. They didn't, because of his scrambling ability, they didn't want to just attack him like we talked about earlier. They kind of wanted to just create a buffer around him where he couldn't escape and get down.
Force him back inside.
Yeah. This time the Bronx, they do attack, they blitz, and they do get to him. And they're able to, that's going to be Haswell with the sack all the way back inside the 35-yard line. Let's see where they spot the ball. It's going to be about the 33. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 28.
Boy.
Ball all the way back at Campbell County's
3rd and 28.
33-yard line. So watch a screenplay or something here that the Bronx has to be aware.
Nobody behind you, and when you get contact, you've got to wrap up. No broken tackles.
Now they're going to bring Hahn in motion. They're going to motion him back into the backfield. 3 receivers. And the catch is going to be made by Mesteller, but that's going to be that doesn't even – that's a pickup of about 9 yards. And Campbell's going to have to punt the ball away with 3:56. So the punter Strites will come in for Campbell County. And the Bronx defense holds again. We just talked about them not getting pressure by design, and then they send a blitz. a well-timed blitz by the Bronx, and Haswell was able to get home. Strites gets this punt away, and it's going to be angled out of bounds, and the Bronx are going to come away with pretty good field position. They should be out over the 30 to about the 35-yard line, I would imagine. Yeah, 34-yard line. Their own 34 is where they will take over, so good field position.
It's about where they started on their last drive.
With 3:25 left here in the 3rd. And the offense, we don't have a snap receiver in the ballgame at this time. And Keegan will come in. Looks like he will be the snap receiver on this 1st and 10 play. With William Greer, the blocking back, lined up next to him. Crow, also one of the blockers in there. Keegan takes the snap, dives across the 40 to the midfield. He's got a man to beat. He's at the 30, still inside, down to the 24, 25-yard line. Oh, yeah, they're going to mark him at the 26. Another big run by Keegan Rager.
Man, it seemed like he was so low coming through that line. No one could get their arms around his legs, and then he just shot out of there like a cannonball.
So 3:16 left here in the 3rd quarter. The Bronx are into Camel territory again at the 26-yard line. Now they're waiting for the chains to get set. They stopped the clock with 3:09. Let them get set.
I think the chains might have got tangled up or something.
And now Haswell, it looks like he's going to come in at the snap receiver.
He blew the whistle he blew the ball ready for play, but never wound the clock.
This time,
the white
Haswell,
hat.
he's going to come to the near side. They lower a tackle on him. He's not going to get much, but maybe 3 or 4 yards on the first down play. Actually, yeah, they're going to give him 3 yards. And the Broncs will have it 2nd down and 7 at the Camel 23-yard line. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. The Broncs go quickly. Haswell now looks to the sideline. Has Rogers on the outside and Rudy Green, the receiver, to the near side. They motion Dillaway. Now going to the end zone. He again overthrows his receiver. The defender had fallen down.
And then late flag comes in.
And that's going to be another illegal
man downfield.
The boy, I think that's Sam Huffman.
I think it took a little bit more time.
Yep. Huffman was a good 10 yards downfield.
That's
blocking.
a good call by the official.
Yep.
I mean, the flag came in late, but definitely a good call.
So that'll back the Broncs up 5. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 13. So with 2:24 left here in this third quarter, now the Bronc main offense comes back on. Andrew Adams will come in at quarterback. Rager will be the tailback. And we see Haswell. He's going to line up here on the near side. 2nd and 12 from the 28-yard line. Adams. And they'll give it to Rager. Rager breaks a tackle right at the handoff area. Going to be run out of bounds. And not sure if he got back to that.
We'll see where they
line
mark
of
it.
scrimmage or not. I think he's going to be 3rd down and about 11 now. 3rd down and 11, just a 1-yard gain on the play. And this is probably 2-down territory. The Broncs need to pick up at least half of it here, with the ball spotted at the 27-yard line. And now Rager's going to split out. Adams calls for the. Actually, that's got to be that's going to be a false start on Keegan Rager. That's a false start on Keegan.
And then Andrew threw the ball. I think he was trying to throw it to the official. And the Gillette coach wanted a flag.
A lot of emotions going on here.
As well, it's a big game.
Now it's going to be 3rd and 16 for the Broncs.
Boy, they
back at the 30, at the Camel 32-yard line. Three receivers to the far side, 1 receiver to the near side. Rager's going to split out as well. Adams drops straight back, and he's chased. Nothing there.
Just
now
turn
Adams
it
is just
upfield.
going to turn and run. Oh, he got popped. Oh, my goodness, did he get popped.
And we got a hurt Camel back here.
Yep.
It's one of the big guys.
Jack Andela is down as well. But, boy, Andrew Adams took a shot.
But he got it in 4th and manageable.
Definitely 4th and manageable. About 4th and 4, 4th and a long 4.
But I didn't see Andela was chasing after Andrew Adams. It was a non-contact because he was chasing after him. Andrew outran him and hit the corner and turned it up, and then he just got leveled, but popped right up.
Good run by Andrew Adams to get the Broncs within 4th and manageable. Anyway, here it'll be 4th down with 2:05 left here in the third quarter. Andela's up. Maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him, or maybe he fell when he dove.
Yeah.
Maybe he landed on his sternum or something.
Yeah, he's walking off just fine.
He seems to be just fine. So
that's good. That's good news.
So 4th down and 5. The ball at the 22-yard line.
Worst case scenario is you make Campbell go the distance if you don't pick up this 4th down.
And Haswell's going to come in as the snap receiver here in the Wildcat. Fourth down and 4. Haswell is going to come to the near side, looking to break a tackle, and he's not going to get there. He gets chased down from behind by Streitz.
Yep, that play took too long.
Streitz was the punter, but he also plays defense, and so he came on, and he chased down Haswell from the backside. Loss of 1 on the play makes it 1st and 10, Campbell County. They turn the ball over on downs. Back to Campbell with 2 minutes left here in the third. So Lang brings his troops back out on the field. Hahn will be in the backfield in the pistol. 3 receivers in the formation along with the tight end. This time they give it to Hahn. Hahn stacked up, breaks a tackle out across the 25 to about the 30-yard line.
They hit him right at the line of scrimmage.
Little guy, he's a little dude.
Yeah, but kept those legs moving.
5'8", 210, so he's a load. Andela is back out on the field, so the injury, I think he just got the wind knocked. Side be hit, but dive forward. He's going to be close to that 1st down, and I think they're going to give it to him. But he gets up hobbling.
Yep.
But it will be a 1st down for the Camels at their own 34-yard line. Chains are set.
Clock's moving.
The clock is running. Lang goes back to his huddle. The Bronx defense get their signals from the sideline. Wasson, Metler, and Andela to the far side. Misteller to the near side with Hahn in the backfield with Lang. Lang drops straight back, has the out pass to Misteller, and he'll pick up another 7 or 8 yards.
Stayed in bounds, though.
Out across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. They got to get to the 44, gain of 9 on 1st down.
We'll see if they decide to run another play before the end of the quarter. Looks like they're going to.
The Bronx need to read their keys, make sure they don't give up a big one here late. Lang, he's going to pick up the 1st down to the 45, and that might be the last play. Actually, though, they stopped the clock for the 1st down at the 45-yard line. And now the chains are set. They'll wind it, and that could be the last play of the 4th quarter. It will be, because the Camels are saying quarter 4. So at the end of 3 quarters, it's the Bronx 14, Campbell County 10. You're listening to Bronx football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Wyoming corporate office is located at 30 North Gould Street in Sheridan, and they provide a myriad of services. What is a registered agent, you may ask? The real question is, what aren't they? Wyoming corporate office can assist you in forming your LLC or Wyoming-based corporation, provide mail forwarding service, and accept legal and financial documents, and so much more. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Campbell County High School. Shane Parker bringing you live Bronx football action as we go to the 4th and final quarter of this number 1 versus number 2 in Wyoming Class 4A. Both teams undefeated, and it has been pretty much what it was built up to be. Really good defense on both sides. The Bronx were able to punch one in there in the 3rd quarter, a Keegan Rager touchdown, the only scoring of the 3rd quarter by either team. And now Campbell County has it 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line as we go to the 4th quarter. the Bronx defense has done a decent job making Campbell County stall out at times tonight. These big receivers all over the field. Bronx need to dial one up here. 1st and 10. 4 receivers in the formation. Lang, he's going to come to the near side. Looks to cut it up. He's going to be nice. Boy, nice job. That was a nice job by Keegan Rager to come up and make the tackle on that scrambling quarterback. That was a designed run by Colton Lang. And he'll get 1 yard to the 44-yard line. They give him a yard. Yeah, there we go. Just a yard. So 2nd down and 9. They're going to spot the ball at the 47-yard line, so they'll call it 2nd down and 8 as the Camels come back to the line of scrimmage. Misteller, the wide out to the far side with Metler in the slot, and Della, the tight end. Wasson, the receiver, to the near side. Lang, he's going to go right up the middle. He's going to be grabbed, and nice job by William Greer. He stuffed it after maybe no gain on the play. They had him for maybe a half a yard, maybe a yard loss. He was able to step right through that one tackle, and then William Greer shut the door on him. No gain, 3rd down and 8 for the Camels on another designed quarterback run out of the backfield. Again, a lot on the line. If the Bronx win this ball game, they will be the #1 seed and then have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. If Campbell wins, they will be in the driver's seat, but they have to play on the road at Cheyenne East next Friday night. The Bronx will host Laramie in the final regular season game. Lang, 3rd down and 8. 5 receivers in the formation. Lang drops straight back. The Bronx bring pressure. Lang's able to escape. He gets downfield, and he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Gosh dang it.
Boy, he ran a long ways to get that 10 yards.
See, and that was one of the reasons the Bronx didn't really want to, but they blitzed him that time. He was able to escape, get around on that far side, and picked up about 14 yards down to the Bronx 41-yard line. Man.
Good run, though. Look at his.
Yeah, 87 carries coming into this ballgame for 575 yards and 7 touchdowns. So 6.6 yards a carry.
Yeah. So he's definitely dual threat.
So Lang, again, this time he will have Hahn in the backfield with him. 4 receivers in the formation. Drops straight back, looking downfield along the far side. And he dropped it. Oh, my goodness. Misteller, he came back. The defensive back, I think that was Gage Rogers or Noah Newman, kind of blew right by him.
Yeah, he kind of stopped, and the defender kept going, and he was wide open, and he just dropped it.
Just dropped the pass.
So
2nd and 10 for Campbell County with 9:34 left here in the ball game. So the Bronx catch a break there on the drop pass by Misteller. And you don't see him do that very often. He's usually pretty sure-handed. And now Campbell County huddles up, and now they break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. Hahn in the backfield. Again, receivers to each side. Fake the handoff, and they fake the pass.
Oh,
Lang
boy.
breaks loose right through the middle of the defense. They fake that pass, and then he just tucked it and went right up the middle.
Made one move.
Down to the Bronx 30-yard line. That's another Campbell County 1st down. Boy, just made one of those linebackers just kind of move.
Officials timeout again? They got to be having some issues with the
The
chains.
chain keeps coming unhooked over there, I think. So under 9.5 minutes to go here. Campbell County at the Bronx 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Lang, this time, hands the ball off to Hahn. Hahn gets outside. Actually, that's not Hahn. That's going to be the other running back, Zayden Ross. Ross will pick up good yardage down to about the 22-yard line.
I think that's the first time we've called his name tonight.
So a gain of 8 on 1st down. Campbell County's down to the Bronx 22-yard line. So Zayden Ross gets his first carry of the game. 5'10", 180-pound senior.
Both teams just having pretty good success running the football.
Lang, this time he's going to drop straight back. And a big hold. Boy, they missed a hold right out in front of everybody. Again, that was Sam Huffman who got his jersey completely grabbed. No call.
Yep.
But it will be enough for another Campbell County first down to about the Bronx 19-yard line.
To me, it looked like that white hat was watching it happen, too.
It was a big old hold. As we approach 8 minutes left here in the ballgame, Campbell County 1st and 10 at the Bronx 19. Lang, the inside handoff to Ross. He'll be grabbed and thrown right back. Maybe a gain of 1 down to the 18-yard line. Second down and 9 for Campbell County.
Hahn comes back into the game.
So the Bronx trying to keep Campbell County out with the 4-point lead here. 7.5 minutes left on the range scoreboard. The Bronx leading 14-10. Lang's going to move Misteller out wide and move Metler to the slot. Drops straight back, looks to the corner of the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted.
That's a pick.
Gage Rogers with the pick. He's at the 40. He's at midfield. He's at the opposite 40. Lang trying to
He's going to go.
Gage Rogers, touchdown, Bronx.
Boy, he jumped that route. He read that perfectly.
That's a 90-yard interception return for the touchdown.
And no flags to be seen.
Gage Rogers with the play of the game. 90-yard touchdown return.
And once again, Rogers showed off that speed. Wow. Lang did all he could to catch him, but Roger just outraced him to the goal line.
Boy, what a play by Gage Rogers.
Boy, that's huge for the Bronx.
And now William Greer on for the extra point.
You know, this is big to put us up by 11.
The hold's good. The kick is up, and it is good.
Good.
With 7 minutes exactly remaining here in the fourth quarter, it's the Bronx 21, Campbell County 10. You're listening to Bronx Football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
Have you started having those conversations with others or began thinking to yourself what a new home may look like to you? Hi, this is Colton Bates with the Bates team at Best, and we want to help you bridge the real estate gap between where you are and where you want to be. Even speaking with an agent can oftentimes feel overwhelming because this is generally the #1 financial decision in a person's life. We've helped our clients through a wide variety of situations, and you will always have a thoughtful plan that considers your needs and timeline. Choose a real estate team that will take action on your behalf and deliver. Choose the Best. Give us a call at 675-BEST and visit bestwi.net today.
This is Dr. Dana Leroy with Leroy Family Dental, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Woo! Welcome back. Bronx football here on 1410 KWYO. 106.9 FM. Gage Rogers with the play of the ballgame. 90-yard interception return for a touchdown.
Boy, you know what? And he just sat back, and he watched that play develop, and he jumped the route and was off to the races.
The extra point was good, and the Bronx are now leading 21-10 here with 7 minutes left in this ball game. And William Greer has it teed up.
But still lots of time left.
Oh, boy. Yeah, for sure.
And that's only Lang's third interception of the year.
This time, Greer, he'll boot this one. It'll be
at the 5.
Be picked up there by Vandam. Vandam going to be out across the 20. And he'll be dropped right about the 21-yard line. So a decent return by the return man, Draven Vandam, out across the 20 to about the 21, and that's where Campbell County will take over. the Bronx just continue to believe that what they do will work. And
Yeah, they've been very patient tonight.
Yep.
They haven't tried to force anything. When they needed to go to that running game, you've heard Coach Maury say it over and over. They are a run-first team.
Yep.
And in this third quarter, that's what they've done.
With all kinds of different people.
Different people.
So now Lang back with 4 receivers in the formation. Hahn in the backfield with him. He'll drop straight back, looking downfield, and he's going to be grabbed, and that's another big sack for the Bronx. That's back at about the 10-yard line.
Who got that one?
Who did get to him? That was going to be Owen Matthews, big number 50.
You bet.
Drops him all the way back at the 10 or 11-yard line. I think they're going to mark him right at the 10, aren't they? No, it's going to be just over the 10-yard line. We'll call it the 11, but it's going to be second down and 20 now for Campbell.
Boy, I think that's just the second sack of the game. I mean,
Yep.
wide open, definite sack. There might have been a drop for a loss or something that counts as a sack, but.
Now 5 wide. Lang drops straight back. Has Andela along. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it.
Yeah. Yep.
He went down to one knee and then dropped
And even
the
if he
pass.
would have caught it, he would have been down right there.
Yep. So now it's going to be third down and 20 for Campbell County.
Boy, the Camels, after that pick 6, they kind of just looked deflated on this series.
Not a lot of.
That
The
I mean,
sidelines looks deflated.
Yeah.
The stands
Not a lot of
got
energy.
quiet.
Yep. And there's still plenty of time left.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 6:09 remaining here. Third down and 20 for Campbell County. 21-10 Bronx lead on the range scoreboard. Wasson going to split out to the near side with Mettler in the slot. Lang looks downfield, has a man. It's going to be caught out across the 20 to about the 24-yard line. That's going to be Mettler. Cohen Mettler makes the catch. It's going to be third and let's call it or fourth down and 7 now for the Camels. Let's see what
Colton
they do
Phillip
here.
out there on the coverage and wrapped up nicely and made the nice tackle. Wasn't anything after the catch.
So fourth down, and I wonder if Campbell will just try to
Pooch punt it maybe.
They took quite a while here to get the play in. As we approach 5.5 minutes left, the back judge listening for his little beeper for the play clock. They come to the line of scrimmage, fourth down and 7.
10 seconds.
If they don't get this play, first down here, the Bronx take over in great field position. Lang looks. Now he's chased out of the pocket. They find Hahn, and he's
Going
gonna be down,
nowhere.
and he's not going to get the first down. Actually, that's a loss of 1.
The Bronx are going to have great field position.
And the Bronx take over at the Camels 24-yard line. So the Bronx in great shape now with 5:07 left here in the ball game. The Bronx are going to find a way. It just feels like they just continue to find a way, don't they?
Yeah. You know what? Coach Maury has said it. Trust the process.
That's right.
Do your job, and good things
will
are going to happen.
Haswell will be the Wildcat back. He'll take right off. He'll dive forward. And he like somersaults over the pile. Couple late guys fall down. I'm not sure what happened there.
I'm not sure. The scoreboard, I think the lights for Campbell's timeouts isn't working, but I'm not sure how many timeouts Campbell has left. But I think the Bronx are going to be content to just keep it on the ground and let the clock run.
Well, it's second down at 8 after the 2-yard run by Haswell. And this time it looks like it's going to be Keegan Rager as the snap receiver. Rager dives into the hole, going to pick up another couple yards. It's going to be third and about 5 or we'll call it third and 5 after the 3-yard run by Rager. As we approach 4 minutes left here in the ball game. And now Haswell comes back in. And now William Greer will be the blocking back. Third down, and we'll call it 6. It's a little longer than 5, maybe 5.5.
Yeah.
But the Broncs get the second play call in and get set. 10 seconds left in the play clock. They switch William Greer to the right side. And we've got motion. It's going to be a flag. It's going to be an illegal motion on the Broncs. Braxton Crow's going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown, but there is a penalty.
It's going to come back. Because obviously you're going to have to take the penalty since the play resulted in a touchdown.
I'm not sure if they're calling, like, if there were two men in motion at the same time.
Haswell's getting an explanation from the referee.
Illegal shift on the Broncs.
Yeah.
So that'll back him up 5 yards. It'll make it 3rd down and 11 with 3:25 left here in the ball game. Boy, Braxton Crow made a couple real.
Yeah, he did.
It'll start when the place. By Haswell, marks the ball. 1st and goal now for the Broncs, I do believe, at about the 9-yard line. And now Keegan Rager will be the snap receiver. Just those bigger backs, they're just harder to bring down. They're running backs. Haswell's a tight end. He's a big ball carrier himself, so it's just harder to bring those guys down rather than have the quarterback.
Absolutely.
This time, Rager goes right up the middle. He'll fall forward to about the 7-yard line with 2:50 and counting left here in the ball game. And now Blaine Phillips will come in at quarterback. We did get a final score. Bighorn beats Tongue River tonight, 55-0. And so Bighorn will be the number 1 seed. Looks like the Broncs, if everything finishes out here.
2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes left. The Broncs lead by 11. If the Broncs can finish this one, they will be the number 1 seed and have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, no matter what happens next week.
If we have to travel again, it'll be a good thing.
To Laramie.
To Laramie for
Phillips
the state.
Right up the middle. At the goal line, the ball comes loose. Let's see. Did they say he was down or what? What was the call here? Blaine Phillips, I think they said he was down at about the 2-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and goal now for the Broncs, with the ball placed at the 1 or the 2. I think they're going to.
They're going to call.
Somebody's calling a timeout.
I think Campbell.
Timeout Sheridan.
Yeah. Oh,
so
timeout Sheridan.
1:46 left here in the ball game. Sheridan leading 21-10 on the Range scoreboard. Will take timeout as well. We'll be back for the finale right after this.
Range is giving thanks to local businesses that make living here the best. This year, we thank the Sheridan County YMCA, the Hub on Smith, Teriyaki Madness, Java Moon, and the Sheridan Seed Company for all they do. Range is donating to organizations chosen by these businesses to help spread joy and thanks this season. Live your West life. That's the motivation for everything we do at Range. Learn more at range.net/givesthanks.
This is Patrick Johnson with Stifel Financial, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Campbell County High School. 3rd down and 2 from the 2. 3rd and goal from the 2 for the Broncs. Trying to put an exclamation point, put that final nail in the coffin here for their 51st consecutive win. Haswell, the snap receiver. Now he looks to the sideline for the play call. The offensive line gets set. They've done a good job tonight. Haswell dives into the end zone for the Sheridan Broncs touchdown. So the Broncs just add on after Campbell County turned it over on downs. And with 1:40 left here in the fourth quarter, Haswell goes in from 2 yards out to extend the lead. William Greer will come on for the extra point. And the Broncs now lead 27-10 with 1:40 left here in the ball game. Fisher Peldo, the snapper, Torrey Phillips, the holder, the kicker, William Greer. The kick is up, and it is good. With 1:40 left here in the ball game, it's the Broncs 28, Campbell County 10. You're listening to Bronc football on 1410 KWYO and 106.9 FM.
We all know what number 1 and number 2 are, but have you ever gone number 3? Well, if you have and you now need someone to come and fix your plumbing, there's only one call to make. A Plus Plumbing has seen and dealt with it all over the years, and they will not judge you. Give them a call at 672-9454 and let them take care of your number 3. After all, they are number 1 in the number 2 business. A Plus Plumbers, 672-9454.
This is Terry Winnup with Sheridan Physical Therapy, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Campbell County High School. Some sort of delay a game or something on the extra point happened, and it was called against Campbell County. I'm not sure what the exact call was. Oh, an illegal substitution was called. Too many men on the field for Campbell County. That was the call.
So Sheridan's going to kick from the 45.
Yep, so they'll kick from the 45-yard line here. With 1:40 to go, Broncs leading 28-10 on the range scoreboard, looking for that 51st consecutive victory.
It's been a great football game.
It really has. And the Broncs just continue to try to do things to where they can try to get some of those guys back
healthy
that have been out injured. You know, just keep digging. Keep fighting, keep doing what you're taught. And they've come over here tonight and played a whale of a football game. The first half wasn't pretty, but this second half has been very, very good. Greer's kick is going to be taken from about the 2-yard line by Metler. Metler up the far sideline, breaks the seam, going to be hit and dropped at about the 25-yard line. So a decent return for the Camels, and the offense will come back
and throw the ball.
Yeah, 1.5 minutes left here in the ball game. And the Broncs, it looks like they've got some guys in the game that don't play a lot of defense. Boy, Slade and Bodanovich in the secondary along with Cooper Lynn. And the pass outlet out there to Metler. Metler going to be dropped and tackled out across the 30 to about the 33, 34-yard line. The clock will continue to run. It'll be 2nd down and 2 after the 8-yard pickup. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage with 4 receivers in the formation. Lang takes the snap, looks right down the middle of the field. He's going to run. He's going to be dropped. And that's going to be back at that's a loss of a couple. And the clock will continue to run. Boy, that's going to be a sack for the Broncs.
Logan Stoika in the game comes up with the sack.
So Logan gets the sack on Lang. And now we're under a minute to go here in the ball game. Lang, this time he's going to let one fly to the near side, caught by Hahn. Hahn, he'll have enough for the first down and a little bit more out to the 45-yard line. The clock will stop there to set the clock. To set the chains with 40 seconds left here in the ballgame. The Broncs are going to win this thing. They're going to go to 8-0 on the season. Campbell County will drop
to 7.
Sheridan's got to call a timeout. They didn't have enough guys on the field, and so Campbell County will get one more opportunity to call timeout with 37.5 seconds left here in the ballgame. We'll just keep it right here. But Ryan, 51 consecutive wins, and this was number 1 against number 2.
Yeah. Yep. This is our second 1 versus 2 game this year.
One earlier against East this year. And
right.
Won by about the same score, right? 28-10.
Yeah.
I think something like that was the score against East. The Broncs beat East 27-20.
Okay.
So, but the Broncs continue to do things the right way. And are going to move to 8-0 on the season, be the only undefeated team in Class 4A. And they will lock up the number 1 seed for the 4A playoffs, and they know they will be at home. And they'll get to play the 8 seed, whoever that will be, in the first round of the playoffs on Halloween night. But they will have one more regular season game next week at home against Laramie. It'll be senior night. Lang drops straight back, looking for Mettler down the middle. Now he pulls it. Lang's going to run. He's got the first down, and he's going to run out of bounds at about the Bronx 40-yard line with 28 seconds left. Bronx in that prevent defense. They were looking for the throw, and Lang got loose for some yardage. So 1st and 10 for Campbell County at the Bronx 40. Lang takes the snap, drops straight back, looking, and oh boy, Andrew Adams was the closest guy to that pass. Lang thought Misteller was going to cut out towards the sideline.
Misteller didn't even see the ball coming.
He cut inside, and the ball fell incomplete. Andrew Adams was the closest defender to it, with 24.4 seconds left here in the ball game. So Coach Maury and the Bronx just continue to get better week after week. And when we talk to Coach Maury in the postgame show, he will say the Bronx got better this week.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, they look 1,000 times better than they looked a week ago at Rock Springs. So Lang, straight back. Now he's going to rush, finds Hahn along the far sideline. He hurdles one man, and now a flag comes in. Not sure what the flag will be there. But it looks like Hahn had enough for the first down. Are they going to get a penalty for hurdling?
I was wondering the same thing
about that. Actually, okay, they're going to wave the flag off with 16 seconds left here in the ball game.
Timeout. Timeout, Campbell County.
So Campbell County's going to take a quick timeout again. The Bronx lead this thing 28-10 with 16 seconds left in the ball game. And Ryan, this is our second full year of doing this together. Of course, we miss our good friend Trevor Jackson, who was with Sheridan Bronx for over 35 years or whatever it was.
Right.
And but we continue to just be amazed at what this Bronx football program can do.
Jeez. And I guess the thing that sticks in my head and, that I'm most proud about, football's one thing, but these are great young men.
Oh, yeah.
The culture that this coaching staff instills in these young men is second to none.
It's pretty impressive.
Second to none.
So Misteller with a couple plays left here from the Bronx 29-yard line. 1st and 10, looking downfield and an incompletion. Mettler was a little bit open, but he wasn't looking for the pass, and it sailed wide with 12.8 seconds left here. It'll be 2nd down for Campbell County. So, Ryan, next Friday night, the Bronx will be at home, final game of the regular season against Laramie. Laramie, an improved squad.
Yeah, much improved over the last few years.
They've got 3 wins on the season. They were getting beat earlier tonight at Thunder Base, and we'll see if we can get an updated score from any of those games going on. But the Lang's going to drop back, find Misteller along the sideline. He stays in bounds. And it will be enough for a first down. The clock will stop with 4 seconds left. But they'll set the clock, or set the chains, and the clock will start. And Campbell County is going to call one more timeout here. See if they can get one more play. Thunder Basin leading Laramie 28-7 in the 4th quarter. So it looks
Thunder's going to get their 3rd win.
Thunder's going to get their 3rd win. Laramie will be
3-5.
Thunder's going to be 3-5. Kelly Walsh, they lost tonight 28-7, so they fall to 2-6. Rock Springs falls to 1-7. South to 0-8. East will be 7-1. Campbell County will be 7-1, and Cheyenne Central will be 5-3.
So next week is the East Campbell game here in Gillette, or is it in Cheyenne?
It's at East. So that'll be for the number 2 seed
Right.
next week.
Yep.
The winner of that game will get the 2 seed. And the winner or the loser will be the 3.
Well, this secures that there won't be a 3-way coin flip.
Right.
Because you never want that to happen.
So 4.1 seconds left. Looks like Campbell will get one more opportunity to go to the end zone. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Bronx 16-yard line.
What a great battle tonight, though.
Lang towards the line of scrimmage, and that's going to fall
incomplete.
And the game clock is reading zeros. So the Bronx...
Boy, they are celebrating. They are happy.
The Bronx defend that number 1 ranking and number 1 seed.
Once again.
They win this thing 28-10 on the range scoreboard.
What do you say?
It's
51 straight.
51st consecutive win for the Sheridan Bronx.
I'd be interested to know when the last time in this 51. Have they always been ranked number 1 in this 51?
No, they
when was
weren't
the
ranked-
last time they were not ranked number 1?
To start the season last year, East was ranked number 1 to start the season.
Serious?
Yep.
How can you do that when they've won the state championship
So-
4 straight years?
But the Bronx win
Anyway.
this thing 28-10. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll take a look at how the scoring went down tonight. And coming up on the First Federal Bank and Trust postgame show, we will have head coach Jeff Maury joining us here in the press box coming up. You're listening to Bronx Football on 1410 KWIO and 106.9 FM.
It's the final week to add some comfort to your life with help from Moss Holders. All reclining furniture is on sale now. Whether you like a new sofa with power headrest and power lumbar or a brand new swivel recliner, Moss Holders has options. You can buy your favorite recliner right off the showroom floor or choose to order in a sofa or love seat in the fabric or leather of your choice. Either way, you still save. Choose from a variety of quality manufacturers like FlexSteel, Southern Motion, Best, and more. Moss Holders reclining sale ends this Saturday. Moss Holders, furniture is our passion.
Have you been in to see Sheridan YO Sports Cards yet? It's the spot to get your hands on incredible sports cards and memorabilia. Sheridan's premier spot for buying cards. All major sports cards including fighting, wrestling, Pokemon, and even racing. These guys have hobby boxes for the serious collectors and packs for those getting started. Graded slabs from PSA, SGC, and if you have a big card to grade, talk to the guys to have your card submitted to PSA. Family friendly and located inside Sheridan Stationery Books and Gifts, 535 North Main, open 7 days a week.
Mobile banking is a terrific service with numerous features, and Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union has it. With the Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union mobile banking app, use your smartphone for remote deposit, transferring money, paying bills, making loan payments, and more. Take a picture of a check and deposit it into your account. Mobile banking is fantastic at Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union, 141 South Gould, member NCUA, equal housing lender.
Don't put your running shoes away yet. The Sheridan Rec District's annual Halloween 5K and 1 mile kids run is Saturday, October 25th at the Rec District office at Thorn Rider Park. Check in at 8:30 a.m. Race starts at 9. Wear your costume for a chance to win Best Costume for Kids and Adults. Other prizes raffled too. Sign up now at SheridanRecreation.com for just $15. Race day signups are $25. Questions? Call 674-6421. See you October 25th for the Halloween Fun Run at Thorn Rider Park.
Looking to get rewarded just for spending? With our You Choose debit cards reward program, you can earn points every time you swipe. Redeem your points for cashback, gift cards, travel, and more. It's your money. It pays to spend smarter. Enroll today and make your debit card work as hard as you do. Visit Security State Bank today and start earning with You Choose rewards at no cost to you. Security State Bank, small enough to listen, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
If you have employees coming to stay for an extended time in Sheridan, make them feel at home with a room at the Candlewood Suites. These extended stay rooms feature fully equipped kitchens, including a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding view of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll have more than just a room. They'll feel right at home. Call 307-675-2100.
Looking to get rewarded just for spending? With our You Choose debit cards reward program, you can earn points every time you swipe. Redeem your points for cash back, gift cards, travel, and more. It's your money. It pays to spend smarter. Enroll today and make your debit card work as hard as you do. Visit Security State Bank today and start earning with You Choose Rewards at no cost to you. Security State Bank, small enough to listen, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
This is Dr. Michelle Meehan, and you're listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Campbell County High School. The Broncs just wrapped up their 51st consecutive win by beating the number 2 ranked and undefeated Campbell County Camels. Well, undefeated before tonight anyway. The Broncs win this thing 28-10 on the range scoreboard. And Ryan, just not a pretty first half. The Broncs did get on the board. They trailed 10-0.
Yep.
And I guess the last time they probably trailed 10-0 was last year when they played Rock Springs. They got
in
down
Casper.
Early in Casper, you know. But the Broncs came back. They scored a touchdown in that
their first drive of the second half.
Well, I'm talking the end of the first quarter or the
the
first half there. You know, to start the scoring, Colton Lang hit Ethan Misteller on a 4-yard touchdown pass, and the kick was good with 10:21 left in that second quarter. And Campbell County led the Broncs 7-0. No scoring in the first quarter at all. Just kind of both teams kind of went back and forth. With 3:24 left in the second quarter, Eichscheid kicked a 22-yard field goal, and Campbell County led 10-0. And then with just under a minute left in that first half, Blaine Phillips threw a beautiful pass to Gage Rogers from 32 yards out. Gage just kind of outran the defender, and it fell right into his arms. And
beautiful throw by Blaine.
Just into the end zone, and the Broncs cut that lead to go into the half down 10-7. In the second half, Sheridan kicked off and forced a punt right away. The Broncs they got the ball and they ate up a lot of clock just running the ball with the Wildcat.
Yep.
And with Keegan Rager. You know, they just kind of used both Haswell and Rager, and a couple times they ran
Andrew Adams
out of the backfield, and the Broncs were able to methodically move down the field. And then Keegan Rager took the handoff and went 28 yards for a touchdown with 5:28 left in that third quarter. William Greer's kick was good. The Broncs then led 14-10. Nothing else going the rest of the third quarter. We went that way to the fourth quarter, and Campbell County put together a really nice drive.
They were driving for the go-ahead touchdown.
And they were down to I think they had the ball at about the 12 or 13-yard line, and Lang dropped back, tried to hit Misteller in the corner of the end zone on a little out route, and Gage Rogers timed that thing perfectly, jumped the route, picked it off, and went 90 yards for the interception return for the touchdown. The Broncs led 21-10, and then after the Broncs, they got another stop on. Campbell County turned the ball over on downs. The Broncs ran a few plays, and then Beck Haswell ran one in from 2 yards out with 140, put that final nail in the coffin, and the kick was good, and the Broncs won this thing 28-10.
You know, 28-10 on the scoreboard, but it was a much closer game than that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
One play changed the outcome of this game, because after that pick six by Gage Rogers, Campbell County was deflated.
Yep,
all the energy went out of them, everything. And then the late one to put us up. But what a great game, and much closer than what the score shows, but we'll take that 51st win.
So we're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will have head coach Jeff Maury with us here in the press box, and we'll talk to him about this 51st win and what it means for the Broncs going forward as they look to continue to get healthy. The Broncs win this thing 28-10. You're listening to Bronc Football on 1410 KWIO and 106.9 FM.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites 307-675-2100.
It's Wyoming. 1 minute you're melting like ice cream in August, the next you're colder than an ice fisherman's backside in January, and your dog's stolen all the blankets. Luckily, Carl's Heating and Air Conditioning has your backside. Carl knows Wyoming weather better than anyone. And he'll keep your home comfy whether Brutus gives back those blankets or not. Call Carl's Heating and Air Conditioning today or find us in the Country Bounty Business Directory. Carl, making homes comfortable no matter how moody Wyoming weather gets.
Hey, Doug, why is there a giant pumpkin sitting in the showroom?
Bob, it's October. Pumpkins, costumes, and our Scary Good Tire Sale.
Scary Good Tire Sale?
Buy 3 tires, get the 4th for just $1. It's back. No tricks, just a big treat.
Exactly. And unlike Halloween candy, these tires won't rot your teeth.
But they will grip the road when it's icy.
That's right. Go into Waring Chevrolet where they put the boo in the... never mind.
Buy 3 tires, get the 4th for just $1 all month long at Waring Chevrolet, online at WaringSheridan.com or 107 East Alger.
There's no known cure for tinnitus, but we can help provide you with relief. Hi, I'm Dr. Addison Dempsey.
And I'm JT Kraft from EBA Hearing and Sound.
Linear is the first low-risk, non-invasive medical device of its kind that is clinically proven to relieve tinnitus and is FDA approved.
Starkey's brand new Edge AI hearing aids offer groundbreaking technology that powers the most capable hearing devices available while also offering expanded tinnitus masking therapies.
Schedule today to determine what tinnitus treatment is right for you.
EBA Hearing and Sound, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
Since 1935, First Federal Bank and Trust has been a cornerstone of Sheridan.
And to celebrate 90 years of community commitment, we're donating $90,000 to 10 nonprofit organizations in Sheridan. Each month through November, we'll honor our legacy of community support by investing in a local nonprofit.
This month, First Federal will award $9,000 to the Hub on Smith.
90 years, $90,000. Community commitment at its finest. Visit efirstfederal.bank, member FDIC.
Hey, Jill, you hear McDonald's Monopoly is back?
Oh, yeah, my game face is ready. This year, I'm winning big.
Sure you are. Last year, you won fries and bragged for a week.
Hey, fries are priceless, Bob. But this year, I could win a car, a vacation, or even $1 million.
Seriously, all you got to do is peel the game pieces, enter them in the McDonald's app, and see what you could win.
Easy. Eat, peel, win. That's my kind of multitasking.
The Monopoly game at McDonald's. Grab your favorite McDonald's and get peeling. McDonald's, Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette. Since 1935, First Federal Bank and Trust has been a cornerstone of Sheridan.
And to celebrate 90 years of community commitment, we're donating $90,000 to 10 nonprofit organizations in Sheridan. Each month through November, we'll honor our legacy of community support by investing in a local nonprofit.
This month, First Federal will award $9,000 to the Hub on Smith.
90 years, $90,000. Community commitment at its finest. Visit efirstfederal.bank, member FDIC.
Hold on your game tokens. McDonald's Monopoly's back. You order your favorites, you receive a game piece, peel it, scan it in the app. It could be a free snack or a dream prize. Over 30 menu items are eligible. Want more chances? Every game piece gives you a bonus play in the app, too. Free food, trips, new ride, even $1 million in cash. It's all up for grabs. Don't just dream about Monopoly money. Play for the real thing at McDonald's. Download the app, register, and get ready to peel, play, and win. McDonald's, Sheridan, Buffalo, and Gillette.
This unique located a half-mile from the Bighorn National Park, cozy square foot with a gas fireplace. There's an additional 400 square foot guest cabin.
At First Bank of Wyoming, you will always talk to a real person like me. Hi, my name is Dee Crawford, and our team is here to answer your questions, offer guidance, and provide personalized solutions. Because you deserve a bank that puts you first. Stop by or call us today. First Bank of Wyoming, banking made personal.
First Bank of Wyoming, division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC.
At Camco Federal Credit Union, we offer all the banking functions you need with the personal touch you deserve. From our rewards checking and our share certificates to convenient online banking with our mobile app. Whether you need to remote deposit a check, pay a bill, or transfer funds, we make it easy. And when you need to talk to a real person, our friendly team is ready to assist you. Visit one of our branches or call us today at 307-682-6105. Camco Federal Credit Union, member NCUA, and equal housing lender.
Need screen printed and embroidered items? Well, whatever you need, Kilpatrick Creations is the go-to local company for these types of items. If it's screen printed or stitched, we are the ones to help you. Give us a call first. We're here to help you and want to help you with your imprinted garment or accessory needs. We've been in the business and serving Sheridan County for over 20 years. We have the experience, talent, and selection of goods that allows us to help you promote your business, club, or event in the best, most affordable way possible. Come see Kilpatrick Creations for all your screen printed or embroidered needs.
Building or remodeling your home or commercial space can be overwhelming. With so many decisions to make, choosing the right contractor matters. At North Country Construction, we believe you deserve a team you can trust. From initial planning and site work to concrete and final touches, we handle the entire process with a decade of quality in the Sheridan area that speaks for itself. When only the best will do, call North Country Construction, 307-461-2896.
One Health in Sheridan provides medical care, mental health, and other support services for the whole family. Our whole person approach serves children, adults, and seniors, and we accept patients with private insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, and no insurance. From childhood immunizations and wellness checks to substance use treatment, visit One Health for same-day availability and an income-based sliding fee. Visit onechc.org/Sheridan for more information.
In a place where honesty and hard work define us, there's a bank that's fully invested in Wyoming. The banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan. We understand that business owners are the backbone of our communities. And whether you run a ranch, a restaurant, or a retail store, we're here to support you with a range of account options and personalized services without all the unexpected fees. Because when your business succeeds, our communities thrive. Visit buffalofed.bank for all your business banking needs. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
They'll tell you nobody sells campers cheaper than them. Let me tell you, they're wrong. We do. Midway RV in Sheridan has new campers at the lowest prices in the country. Units won't last at these prices. Limited floor plans available, trade-ins welcome, financing ready. Midway has a floor plan for you. Hit the mountain road or back road for less. Stop by our newest showroom on Coffeen Avenue in Sheridan. Visit midwaycampers.com. Lowest prices in the country, right at your fingertips.
Here in Laramie, these Cowboys don't quit. It's gone! Touchdown! It's time to rise up.
We keep fighting. This is a new chapter.
With one voice.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Join us Saturday. Wyoming visits Air Force. Our coverage begins at noon on your home for Wyoming football.
Cowboy football on 1410 AM and 106.9 FM KWYO.
Hi, this is DJ Dearcorn of First Federal Bank and Trust, and you are listening to Sheridan Media Sports.
Welcome back to Campbell County High School, where the Broncs have won their 51st consecutive game, 28-10, the win over number 2 ranked and previously undefeated Campbell County. And that is a really, really good football team that we beat tonight. And head coach Jeff Maury is joining us now on the postgame show. And Coach, like I just said, you guys beat a really good football team tonight.
Yeah, Campbell County's a very good football team, and you saw that all the way through tonight. You know, our guys did a great job of defending and keeping it in front, but they have a lot of athletes out there, and they've got some really big guys. And you know and I were just talking, there's a pass in the middle right at the beginning of the second half that there's only one guy in the state that catches because it was about 10 foot in the air, and he's number 88 for Campbell County. They're a talented football team, and they did a heck of a job tonight, and I was really proud of our guys just for battling for 4 quarters. You know, we didn't get many points up early, and we finally got the one right before halftime, which was a critical one, get a little momentum and excitement going in at half, and then thought we played a tremendous second half, and the guys came out and finished in quarters 3 and 4.
Well, it's not been very often that you guys go into a half in the last 4 years behind.
Yep.
And so the guys kind of had to gut check and, figure it out here in the second half, and that might have been one of the best halves of football you guys have played all year.
Yeah, we definitely needed to play it because that's a good football team. We wouldn't have been able to come out here and play the second half we have the last couple of weeks. Our guys did a great job of regrouping at halftime. We made some mistakes. I felt like in the first half because we were trying to do too much. We had guys that were going to places they weren't supposed to be because they're trying to make a play, and they don't have to make a play. They just got to do their job, and if the play comes their way, then they can make that play. And we were pushing, I thought, a little bit too hard that we had to make a play early, and then we settled into the third and fourth quarter and continued to do our jobs. And I thought defensively did a tremendous job of, we were giving up. I'm sure he threw the ball for a lot of yards and had a lot of completions, but nothing big. And that's the big part is we preach to our guys, make them drive the field, make them drive the field, and I thought we did a good job of that tonight.
I thought that Gage Rogers, he's been a stalwart all year long, but he probably had his best game of his career tonight.
Yeah, it was great. He gets the touchdown right at the beginning, or right at the end of the first half, which gets us some momentum on a really good ball from our quarterback. And then we come out in the second half, and he plays well offensively and defensively, and we took some shots with him. And, I think if Beck could have kept that 100% pass completion, he'd have had a couple more. But we missed him. And then, that pick six was really big, and he made a great break and a tremendous catch. You can tell he plays receiver with the way he caught that ball out, and then he's a fast young man up the sideline, and it was a matter of just keeping our sideline back so we didn't get a penalty. That would have been the only thing that stopped that touchdown. He did a great job, and he's been playing well all year, and I'm glad to see him have some big key moments tonight.
Absolutely. I thought that was I wouldn't say that was the nail in the coffin, but boy, it really deflated Campbell County, because they were looking like they were going to go in for the go-ahead touchdown, and then we just extend the lead on them.
Yeah, it was really, really critical when we got up. We hold them to the field goal. Yep. They get their 10 points in the second quarter, and then we get that touchdown and 7-10, and we come out and we get the first touchdown in the third quarter, and we go up 14-10. And the way we scored, I thought, running the ball and running the clock, I think they got on their heels a little bit, and they tried to force some things. They threw the ball a lot, and the way we ran the ball, I think, and controlled the ball in the second half was really important for us to drive the field and be able to punch it in running the ball. Our big dogs up front did a really good job.
I thought so too. And, just being able to control the way things went with maybe not the traditional type of football. Obviously, you're running Beck and Keegan out of the backfield in the Wildcat a lot, but with their physicality, you had to have that tonight.
Yeah, a lot of people, they may question, hey, how many guys are you going to get snaps to tonight? And is it going to be 2 quarterbacks? And 4 people took snaps tonight,
right.
and it's working for us. And I think the best thing is all those guys that are taking snaps believe in the guy that goes in for him and takes the next snap. There's never any hesitation like, why am I coming out? They give the guy a high five and they go in there and do their job. And if we continue to understand, we all have roles on this team, and some people have different strengths and weaknesses, and understand that their role is important, we're gonna continue to play good football.
One more game next week home against Laramie. Obviously, we'll celebrate the seniors on this team. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
But tonight locks up that 1 seed, and that's huge.
Yeah, that's huge. Anytime you can play an extra week at Homer Scott Field, we love that.
Right.
We love sleeping in our own bed and having our own routine and playing in front of our crowd. There's not a better place for high school football in Wyoming than Sheridan, Wyoming, and so we're fortunate to be home. And but we can't worry about playoffs yet. Right. We got Laramie coming to town, and Jake Chick has done a tremendous job of getting that football team to improve over the last couple of years, and they're scoring a lot more points and keeping people to a lot less than they have in years past. So we'll have to scout and do a good job on them.
Well, congratulations on this is a big win. So
it is.
We will we'll celebrate this one tonight, and you guys as coaches will get back after it.
Yep.
Probably tomorrow, or at least on Sunday. I know you guys get together and you'll start working on Laramie.
Yeah, it won't be long. We don't take too much time to start turning the film around.
Well, congratulations, and go enjoy this one.
Thanks, Shane.
Head coach Jeff Maury here on the postgame show. Again, the Broncs win their 51st consecutive game, something like 1,483 days or something like that since the last L in the column there. So the Broncs win this thing 28-10 and move to 8-0 on the season. They will be the number 1 seed in the playoffs when they happen starting on Halloween night. Thanks again to my film crew. That's Steve Schreffler and Coleman Hanchett. They did a great job tonight. Thanks to Ryan Parker for joining me as always. I'm Shane Parker. You've been listening to Bronc Football here on